streaming now. So.
To that.
Okay. Well, the question for you guys tonight is: have any of your characters ever had a memorable neighbor, good or bad, for better or for worse, anywhere you've ever lived, even if it was, kind of a moving through town situation, residential tent in the woods, doesn't matter. Neighbors, good or bad, what's your neighbor's story? We'll just start right off the top with Josh, Tug, Blibdoopulip. Has Blibdoopulip ever had any interesting neighbors?
Yeah, in fact, I got a few of them that just keep following me around everywhere I go. And it just seems like they're just here talking to me and complaining and just
Those are
get on
your Kuatoa.
But I love them, but they're exhausting at times. And but I love them. So I had one neighbor that disappeared once. He was a good neighbor until he left, and I don't know where he's gone. But I think he's coming back because he's just been busy, and I'm sure when he gets caught up with his work, he'll come back and we can be neighbors again. And
so you live next door to your dad? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
I'm actually lost now as to what you're talking about. I don't know.
I was talking about my dad being in the other room. But
I thought you were talking about Billy. I was like, I don't think Billy's coming back.
No.
I've prepared a song if Billy ever comes back.
I really wish in the trial you would have brought the goblin guy back first and then brought Billy back too.
Well, there's nothing of Billy to bring back. He's gone.
The only way you can find him is if you guys make a journey to the bosom of Helm.
Yeah.
That's where he lives.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of Helm, we'll jump over to you, Kobe, and what is Detective Easter Tundraka's? You ever had any rowdy neighbors over in the Tundraka district?
Well, you get some rowdy neighbors every now and then, but most memorable neighbor is the one that lives just right outside the Tundraka district. And he was a great old guy, and he would come out every day in a different sweater, just different kind of colors. You'd see him, he'd come out, put it on, and then he'd talk for about 20 or 30 minutes about some really good advice and, leave you feeling really nice afterwards. But when he passed, they named the neighborhood after him.
Aww.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Rogers' neighborhood?
No, it's Mr. Clogger's neighborhood.
Mr. Cloggers.
That's great.
Were there a lot of rumors about Mr. Cloggers having like lots of tattoos under his sweater, like Vietnam tattoos from the war?
Everybody wondered what was underneath those sweaters. All types of rumors. You had tattoos, scars. Some people thought he was a, secret agent for the Swords of Justice and all this kind of stuff. But none of those rumors were true.
Absolutely, yeah, because
that we know of.
Because he was just a saint all around.
Yes.
All right. It sounds like a good neighbor. Jared, does Tyrell have any good neighbors?
Really, Tyrell's ever since losing his parents, really, orphanages to shady neighborhoods, to shady, living behind dumpsters and everything. Then getting out of more of the city scene, woods, where it felt a little more natural. Really, only time I remember any neighbor necessarily more good or bad had some in this elven forest I was staying at that made some really good cookies. They would leave them by Keeblers, I think that was their name. They were nice.
Who did they make these cookies for? Was it just the community in the forest, or did they sort of outsource? Yeah, they have a distro chain or something?
Yeah, I didn't get too far into conversations with them, really.
What was your favorite cookie they made?
It was just straight up a sugar pastry cookie. Like, that's it. Sprinkled with sugar.
Just sugar, no chocolate or any sort of fruits or
Oh,
berries
Lord,
or.
no. Yeah, allergic.
Oh, Tyrell's allergic to chocolate. Okay. Is it just the cacao that you're allergic to, or is it just
I think it's because people called me dog so much.
why did they wait?
Well,
Now we're gonna have to get deeper into this. Why did they used to call you dog?
I I don't know. I think had some interesting friends and running around in the shady areas. I got a lot of nicknames, but dog was the one that stuck the most.
Just because they can die if they eat chocolate.
Yeah.
So they made
Did you guys
that.
do any bounty hunting?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh no. Haven't seen that show.
All
I mean,
right.
I don't know what we're talking about.
But you've seen a couple commercials about keyboard.
Keebler Elves dog. Tyrell's allergic to chocolate. Got it. That's
We're
interesting.
peeling back the layers on Tyrell's.
Slowly. Who would have thought that a question about neighbors would lead to cookies, which would lead to chocolate, which would lead to dogs, and his aversion to it? So that's good. That's good. That's why I ask these questions.
You're a really good job staring out your window.
Ian, how about Soul, Sailor
Yes,
Sun?
of course. Well, Soul lived next door to the most beautiful queen in the whole world. She was amazing and gave so much to all her sailor guardians until one day she decided I wasn't good enough, so she sent me to Earth.
So is that a good neighbor or a bad neighbor?
Well, she was great for the first few years.
Until she evicted you, and then it got a little dicey.
We just don't talk about it
Oh, well.
because I can't remember in this stage.
Did they at least like give you a foreclosure warning or something? Like, hey, thinking about, you've been behind on your payments kind of thing?
No, what they did was they dangle this power in front of you and they say sign here so you don't pay attention, and it says in your contract that they can take it away from you at a moment's notice. So my bad.
So you've been homeless for quite some while then.
I prefer to think of it as Earth and the Moon as my home.
I don't even know what those are. Earth and Moon. I mean, you belong inside the crystal sphere of Polydaria, and there's 2 moons, so I don't know which moon you're referring to, but
I like to see myself as a child of the universe. And so
all
everywhere
things.
is my home and everything is my parents, and I'm happy. I'm not holding back tears.
It does sound like you're homeless the more you talk about it.
So let's move on.
Okay. Cameron, how about Ranger Steve? What's any interesting neighbor stories?
Growing up, we lived in a quiet home with some, a couple neighbors on each side. The neighbor to our right, they were a pretty religious family. They loved everybody, were super nice, but gave a lot of backhanded compliments. Like, hey, I see the party you guys had over there, but remember Zordon's watching, and everything was just related to Zordon, which is fine. We all celebrated, but a little more intense with them. But in general, he was just quite the character. He would just see you in the front yard, just hey diddly hi diddly ho there. Like, he just was way too sweet. That something just had to be off with him.
Did you ever?
Nothing really changed by the time I moved out.
You never discovered anything? What were the rumors? I mean, there had to be like chit chat around town about old neighbor had something dark and twisted in his history.
Right. So, like, he had a wife and a couple of sons. All of them were kind of the same way, just overly nice. It seemed pretty fake, So it seemed like they were hiding some sort of secret. People's imaginations get away from them. There wasn't anything outstanding, I suppose, of what people thought they might have done, but definitely seemed like they were hiding something. They had a big shop out back that was bigger even than their house.
Hmm.
You know, the lights would be on late at night, lots of candles burning. So we didn't ever really figure out what was going on.
Very interesting. That's sounds like a true crime thing waiting to happen. Or maybe just, you know, an episode of The Simpsons. I don't know.
Hey, now.
Well, I don't know what references you're talking about. I'm just pulling from my own experiences here. But I think I
Her
got
last name was Samson.
Samson. But I think I got everybody. Right? Yeah, I didn't forget anybody. Okay. Okie dokie. So, I'm already streaming it to you guys through Discord. But where we left you guys last time, you were in combat with the Yuan-Ti. They were doing some sort of ritual or other in front of you guys. They had sort of trapped the High Justice Ginsburg and the blind jury in the back room. Were trying to force the door down, trying to overthrow the swords and the scale of justice, the entire keepers of justice that protect Nicanthes. You guys had opted to fight the Yuan-Ti instead of join them, even though the keepers of justice were the ones putting you on trial for your supposed crimes. You decided to take the high road and not become allies to snake people. Not saying you don't like snake
You
people.
gross Slytherin.
Right, yeah, but you just couldn't see a future where snake people were ruling Nicanthes, and you wanted to put a stop to it. Because we all know that racially motivated crimes are a very serious thing. Tyrell.
Yes.
Which may have been why, you guys killed Hobb in the first place, is because he was racist.
Whoa. Okay, yeah.
But that's just speculation. But no, we'll pick up right back up in combat where we left off. Just to remind you guys of the initiative. It was Soul at the top. The archers go second. Detective Easter goes third. Tug and your Kuatoa go fourth. Ranger Steve goes fifth. Tyrell goes sixth. And then the executioners go last. So we had finished with the executioners last time. That means we're back at the top. Soul, you were over here trying to disrupt one of the executioner Yuan-Tis, and you had at least pulled his attention away from the sacrifices lined up alongside him. It is currently your move. What would you like to do? Sorry, Sailor Sun. You are Sailor Sun right now, I believe. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Oh,
You're
okay.
muted. Ian. I don't know if you know you're muted, Ian. You're muted, Ian.
Thank you, Detective Easter.
Of course I'm muted. I knew that all along.
Oh, man.
I would like to use my staff.
Very well. Go ahead and roll D20, or I can roll one for you. It's up to you. Ooh.
Oh, I rolled a 14.
Do you have any modifiers? Any pluses to that? Are you just
What's
trying
your
to hit him with your
strength
stick?
modifier?
I'm just trying to hit him with my stick.
Yeah, what's your strength modifier? You got a plus
My
on that
strength
one?
is... Nope, it's -1.
Oh no. So you actually got 13. Yeah. You don't land the first attack. You still got another action if you want to take another swing.
I'm not good with the staff when I am Sailor Sun.
It's weird how that stuff just like manifests, isn't it? It's so strange.
Alright, I rolled a 16, which is a 15, with my staff.
This time, after the first swing, you sort of miss completely, but you can see, like, with his torso, he kind of slithers to get a little bit higher. He starts to act like he's going to bring a swing down. You bring the stick back up, but he just manages to block it, just barely. Like, you even kind of glance the top of his head. It hits off his shield and sort of hits the sort of I don't know, hood of his cobra sort of back, but you can tell it doesn't even phase him. So you could tell that you were inches from damage there, but didn't quite break the armor class. So close. Archers are up next. So the archers, any of them with a sightline, are gonna try and attack. So this one here is gonna shoot at Soul. This one here is going to shoot at Tyrell. These two here are going to shoot at Detective Easter. Actually, one's going to shoot at Detective Easter. The other one's going to shoot at Tyrell. This one here is going to shoot at Ranger Steve. So Ranger Steve, Tyrell, Detective Easter, and Soul. I'm going to roll to see if they break the armor class for you guys. Let's see. There's 4 archers, 4 of you. I should really only roll 1, though, if I'm going to do this all in one sweep. So just ignore that.
Oh, no.
Oh, 30, 47. Okay. All right, first roll to see if it hits. Because they're going to have 2. Ooh, a 19. Does that strike any of you?
Ooh.
What did I need to roll?
Armor class?
19. Yeah, 19 hits me.
19 breaks all your armor class, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all take 6 damage, and I'll roll again for the second shot. And a 12. I don't think that breaks anybody's.
No.
So yes, arrows shoot out from the archers. One sort of glances Detective Easter. Another one from the back row sort of whizzes through the combat in front of you, Tyrell, and manages to graze your forearm. Soul, the other arrow from the table, you manage to see it coming, but it still sort of nicks your brow, just off your right eyebrow. You kind of dodge it, but it still scratches you. Might have a cool scar from that one. And then
Now I'm like a cool teenager who cuts their eyebrows.
yeah. And then Ranger Steve, you hear the arrow from your left ear, and you sort of turn, and it kind of gashes your right ear as you dodge it. So now you have a little chunk of your elven. You're not elven. You're half elf, right? Or you're full
Just
human.
human.
Just your normal human ears have a chunk out of it, just the right one.
That's ridiculous. Why did I have to get maimed? No one else got maimed.
What do you mean? Soul got a slash across her brow. Easter got grazed in the shoulder.
I don't
and
heal. I can't grow my ear back.
I mean, you heal to a point. It's just a part of your ear, dude.
Battle scars.
I'm trying to give you a cool battle scar, okay?
He's not.
That was my
You
Achilles
ruined his
tendon.
bodily. This.
Oh, his poor ear. How's he gonna hear about anything else that's happening?
Yeah, think of it like the top of your ear. It's like no worse than a piercing, man. I mean, I'm 6 damage to your ear. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm really just, I'm
It sounds.
Grazing.
That was unintended. Detective Easter, you are up. Thanks for not being wuss about getting grazed in the shoulder with an arrow.
Well, there was a time where I got an arrow in my knee, and oh boy, it was just the worst.
Happened to be a guard in Whiterun, and that
just happened to be.
early in your career. Used to be an adventurer.
Let's see here. I'm gonna attack the guy on the right with my sword.
All right, go ahead and roll d20. See if you break armor class.
I got a. Total of 17.
You beat it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty.
What are you attacking?
That was my sword. I do 11 damage.
Tell me how you kill him.
I stab him straight through where like the ear would be, but it like goes through. He doesn't have an ear, so it just kind of goes through the hood.
All right. Sounds an awful lot like a child.
It was a dying snake.
All right.
Am I considered within combat range here of everybody, or just the guy that's right behind me?
Just the one to your left. If you did move to one of the others, you'd have to have a leaving engagement here. Actually, the one to your left is dead as well. I'm sorry, I see that now. So, you are free to move, but after your first attack, your second action would be a movement, so you wouldn't be able to attack again. You could move, but you're too far away to engage at this point unless you're going to do a ranged attack.
Well, so I have movement. I get 2 attacks per turn anyways with the movement, so I have an extra attack as part of my class. I just have an extra attack.
Is it a separate attack or is it a multi-attack?
No, I have a separate second attack.
Okay, so you essentially have 3 actions to spend.
Yes. So Tug, Madame Blib de Pullup has cast a spell over here. What's going on with that with these people again?
So
do you remember, or is that over at this point?
So the ones that are marked blue are still marked. So anything marked blue have a disadvantage on any saving throw, I think, or Tyrell, do you remember what exactly that was?
That was Tyrell's spell. I'm talking about Tug's spell.
Oh, Tug's spell over on the Nightmare Speaker.
Yeah. So what's happening over here?
What did I cast?
You cast. I remember what you cast. So they're taking damage. I believe last time we ended, it had been 2 turns. So your spell would have dissipated this turn. So they had spent 2 turns inside the sort of abyss that you had created for them, and they took cold damage. I believe it was.
Yeah, it wasn't it hunger of harder or something.
Yeah, because it lasted a minute, which is 2 rounds of combat, and it required your concentration. So now the spell would have ended. So they are completely visible to you once again.
Yeah.
All of these characters over here.
Okay, so they're back and they're visible.
Yes, everyone in front of you right now is completely visible.
Awesome. I am going to I'm going to use my movement.
Okay.
To and attack the guy on the right.
This one?
Yep. I'm going to attack him. So I'm going to attack him with the sword.
All right. Go ahead and roll d20.
Uh, 14.
You break the armor class.
Already.
Roll damage.
Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong dice. Sorry. Let me try this again. 9 damage.
All right, you get him within an inch of his life. So you dice him up. You sort of just do a zigzag Z pattern. You start on his left shoulder, cut across his chest, down as a diagonal, and across sort of his lower abdomen. You can see the scales sort of split as your blade cuts across them, and a red blood sort of pours out and spills on the floor. It sort of slops to the floor, and you can see that it doesn't have any fight left in it. It's almost been rendered completely dead, and it will most likely bleed out from its wounds.
Nice. I'm going to use my bonus action as a monk to step on it with lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and tell me how you fry it.
Yeah, I just say static shock and step on top of it. And then I'm going to mentally command my echo in front of the priestess woman.
The Nightmare Speaker?
Yep. Just up on top of that balcony, so it's going to be right in front of her.
Uh-oh.
And that'll end my turn. Oh, he died.
Yeah, he's dead.
He dead.
Oh, he fell below the map.
Oh, man.
That's all right. I'll bring him back. Not a problem.
But yeah, that'll end my turn.
So, like, right here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That then brings us to Tug. So, Tug, you had just saved... I don't know why I always forget her name. She's a Sword of Justice. You guys remember.
Dolores.
Dolores. Thank you. Somehow that's hard for me. But you just saved Dolores and the 2 other Keepers of Justice that were protecting the door. from the Yuan-Ti breaking through and getting into the blind jury and High Justice Ginsburg. So Dolores is sort of, just collecting herself along with the guards that have been fighting off these Yuan-Ti. What do you want to do?
Where are all the Kuatoa? Are they over there too?
You've got one Kuatoa here, one there, and then I think you have another over here. Yeah, so we had them split into 3, I believe.
Yeah, because after that they split up to go fight the yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll take care of your turn first, and then we'll do your 3 groups of Kuatoa.
Okay. Where's the?
So just
Where's
a immediate layout. Tony's back here. Dolores is here. The 2 guards. There's a set of stairs, and then some more guards. You've got some sort of ritual going down here where Detective Easter is fighting. You can see behind you is Tyrell and Sir Barristan fighting off sort of hordes, and then you see Soul fighting Executioner at one of the pedestals, and way across the room you also see an Executioner and some of your Kuatoa and Ranger Steve fighting them. You also know that at the back there's 2 more sort of lines of executions taking place. And then there's another group of Yuan-Ti fighting guards at the doors that also lead to the High Justice quarters.
Is anyone within 30 foot of me?
Yeah, these cluster of Yuan-Ti are, so pretty much...
That's about 10 gnomes.
Pretty much everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No,
7
no,
targets.
On my own team, like people for me.
Oh, Detective Easter's probably the closest. Next closest would be Tyrell, but they're not quite 30 feet. They're a little bit farther than that.
Okay.
I'd say they're more than a little bit. They're probably like 50.
Is anyone hurt, Tyrell or?
Just a slight.
You don't
Yeah, I'm
you've
good.
seen them get shot by arrows and stuff, grazed, but nobody seems to be any more wounded than you can tell.
Yeah, I kind of asked that without. I already knew. I already kind
No, you're good.
of.
There's just a lot of loud clashing and fighting and shouting. There's not enough,
I guess. I wasn't prepared. I should have been paying attention. I'll cast. Where is it? Firebolt.
Okay.
With the guy, the archer,
All right.
right there.
That one?
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
So damage increases, and it's going to. It increases by 1d10 because I'm at 5th level.
All right.
So.
So
my
I
D20
just need to succeed a check or fail a check. It is a ranged spell casting, so you still do need to roll your d20.
9. Not very good.
It
Oh,
does.
No, I gotta add. I almost forgot to add my shit. 9 plus 7. I believe I have 7 written down. No, 7 would be too much. Why are all my notes gone to hell? 4. Maybe 5.
The
Maybe it is.
archers are pretty squishy, so even without your modifier, you hit this one. So I just need to know 8 plus your, what is your spell casting? Is it charisma?
4 plus 4. It's a my charisma is 19.
Right. Put the modifier on it, the plus number.
4.
Okay.
4.
And then your proficiency bonus, which is I think a 3.
Yep. And then I get a +1 to spell casting because of my wand of war.
Okay, so it just needs to beat a 16. Wow. Okay, so it's going to take half damage. Actually, with it rolling a 20, I don't know that it. Oh yeah, it takes half damage. We'll take that. So go ahead and roll damage, and I will take half.
Is it wearing all of its arrows?
It has arrows, yeah.
A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it is being worn or carried.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the fletchings on the arrows ignite and catch fire. The cloth sort of ribbons that you see here also ignite. You can see she sort of stops what she's doing to attempt to put them out, but she very deftly rips the cloth off, pulls off a knife, and removes it from herself, and she sort of subdues the fire with a d20 roll there. That's, yeah.
And it's not 7, it's 8. I was right. That's why I couldn't find it in my notes. But anyways, that's then I can move, right?
You have one more action, correct?
I want to move close. I just want to move closer to Two-Face down there.
Two-Face.
Tony.
Okay. Like just right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're right by Tony. He sort of sees you coming across the room, and you know he hasn't moved yet because it's not his turn, but
yeah, but he sees me coming towards him.
We
does.
All know. He does. All right. That leaves you and your Kuatoa. So you've got a batch of Kuatoa here, batch of Kuatoa there, batch of Kuatoa here. So you got four to move around. These have already killed one Yuan-Ti where it's standing. This one's fighting another. And then the other one's ready to move up and fight and help Tyrell. And this one over here is ready to fight the Executioner in front of Ranger Steve. So do you want to take care of the one on the right first with the Executioner?
Yes.
Okay.
Pulled a knee in.
How do you want to go about attacking it? We'll just say that it's the strength of your claw. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add the plus of your claw.
11. I don't have any. My strength is a 0. So,
that doesn't quite beat it. So they sort of poke and jab at him with all their weaponry, but the Executioner kind of staves them off with the shield, manages to hold its ground. There's another Yuan-Ti just foot soldier here against your other Kuatoa, if you want to go ahead and make an attack against that one.
So that one's not an Executioner?
It is not.
Okay.
Foot soldiers are, you've seen, a little bit weaker than the Executioners.
Can I move? Is
this
right
one
across the... Yeah, the other one. Is that one an Executioner?
None of these are. The only Executioners are posted at the...
corner?
Yeah, near the sort of totems here.
Okay. Yeah.
These here also have disadvantage on them, per the Fairy Fire cast by Tyrell. So you will have a little bit better of a chance to hit these in front of you here.
Okay, yeah. I'm attacking.
All right, go ahead and roll your d20, and you do have advantage, so roll twice, take the higher of the 2.
12.
All right, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
What did they get for damage?
Your damage is going to be the damage of your claw. So whatever.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
7.
7. All right. So you can see that they managed to find gaps in the armor. They managed to cut and slash him. He sort of loses a little bit of ground here, falling back almost into the back of Cole. And he's in a state of retreat as your Kuatoa push further into the aisle, but he's not dead yet. He's still willing to fight, ready to fight. What's up?
Can them move in for backup?
These over here? Yeah, we'll say they can sort of join the other Kuatoa, and you can have another attack on this guy if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Sure, roll d20 twice again. Higher of the 2. What was it? Sorry.
17.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, 2.
Oh, he's on death's door. You're so close.
That bucks.
Again, he retreats, and you can see that Cole behind is kind of pushing and like propping him up to push him into the Kuatoa, that he has nowhere else to go, but he's just on his last leg, just like aimlessly swinging his scimitar, and that leaves your last group of Kuatoa here.
Yeah, they're gonna attack.
All right, go for it. They also have advantage, by the way.
Yeah, they got a 16.
All right, roll damage.
Oh, there we go. 9, baby. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you cut him up something fierce. He falls back into the throes as well, and he's still barely standing, but he's even on the ground. He's just on. Well, he doesn't have legs, but he's on his last tail, I guess you could say, as your Kuatoa push in and sort of attack. That will then bring us to Ranger Steve over here by the Executioner and the Totem. What you got, Ranger Steve?
I do have a question. So, I casted Hunter's Mark right before we came downstairs initially.
Yes, you cast it, I believe, on the Nightmare Speaker, right?
Is that what the lion thing was?
Oh, you cast Hunter's Mark on... You did cast Hunter's Mark, yes, on the... Why can't I think of its name? Chimera.
Kitty cat.
Chimera, yeah. I don't remember. I think it's Chimera.
Was that over an hour ago?
It was not over an hour ago. That was relatively recent. I'd say all this has probably transpired within like 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, so I just want to take a hack with my axe.
Okay. Right on the Executioner in front of you here.
Yeah, right in front of me.
Gotcha.
21.
Yeah, you break the armor class. Go ahead and roll damage.
Second, it's a lot of crap.
No worries.
16.
16. All right, what do I have here? Okay. Yeah, you take a big chunk out of him. But I think he's already dropped his shield. Yeah, he's dropped his shield per my notes. So yeah, you sort of come at him with a fury of blows with your axe, and he does his best to stop it with the scimitar, but some of them just hit him. They sort of rake across his shoulder and chest, but you can see he's no stranger to pain, and he's still very competent and sober fighter, and he's ready to go at you again. You still have another action.
Okay, just gonna keep swinging.
All right. Go ahead and roll another d20.
Say 16.
Just barely make it past his defenses this time, too. Go ahead and roll damage.
6, 6, 6 is my... I'd roll 3 6s.
Hail Satan.
About 13.
Okay. You can see he's starting to, feel these hits again as you just rush at him again with another fury of these blows from your axe, spinning it around. You can see he's starting to kind of lose tempo with you, as maybe where the first time he was deflecting these with his scimitar for the most part, you're wearing him down a little bit, but he's still got a fight in him. So if you've got, that was your 2 actions, I believe we move on to Tyrell.
I have a third.
Oh, you do have a third? All right.
Who's that next to me? Is that just Kuatoa?
Kuatoa, yeah. They've been sort of pushing him back, haven't been able to really land too big of anything on him, but yeah, definitely you guys have his full attention here, so he's not executing anyone any further. Remembering here that this line of people are the witnesses in your court case that were defending you. Because the captain of the Blue Suns is already dead, and I believe this was Datlov next. Or no, sorry, that's Purveyor Pate. I apologize. That's Datlov. That's Bastion.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a swing then.
All right. Go for it again.
It tells me this one's not going to hit. Oh my gosh, natural 20.
All right. Roll double damage. You guys are on fire with the hits.
Wow. 666. Okay. It'll be 20.
20 damage. Damn. All right. He's still hanging on. You managed to cut him up something fierce. So you could see him sort of go down. He's losing a lot of blood. But he's still got that scimitar raised, and he's going to fight to the bitter end. Does that conclude your actions?
It does.
All right.
Hey guys, these guys are really tough.
Yeah. They got more health for sure.
You're missing like 3 limbs and
How many limbs does a Yuan-Ti have? Is it just 2, or does his tail count as 1? I don't know.
So you're saying I should use 2 stacks?
Tyrell, you are up.
Am I near where Tug was fighting? Is that?
No, you're right here. I don't know if you can see on screen or not, but
Yeah, there's a lot of these
You've
super tough guys.
you've got 2 Yuan-Ti in front of you. These are just foot soldiers. But then you've got archers that you've also tagged with your fairy fire, which you know are taking pot shots at your friends.
And how far away are they?
This one here is probably 15. This one here is easily 45.
Do I have a way to jump? Can I? I mean, I see I got a snake in front of me. Can I jump at the 15 feet away archer? Is that what you're saying?
You can make that move, but you will get a leaving engagement. So one of these, well, both of these Yuan-Ti will get a leaving engagement, so they'll get a swing at you. If you do that.
And all the purple is still the double or the advantage attacks. And how much longer do we have on that?
The ones that you get advantage on until the end of this round of combat. The fairy fire lasts, I believe.
So right now. So I need to just attack what I got right in front of me.
Pretty
I can
much,
do that.
because the executioners are after you, so yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll one right in front of me then.
right.
I'm going to go baby dagger time.
All right. What'd you get?
I get advantage, right?
You do. Roll twice, yes. Take the higher of the 2.
Take the higher, which is going to be just 13.
All right, you break armor class. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, okay. Can I get... Oh my god. That's me 2?
All right. The one in front of you takes 2 damage, but
Can I ask it to take more?
you can if you want to use your last action on that.
I'll use my last action to ask him if he would like to just go ahead and
You
die.
sure you don't want to use your next action to attack him? He's only at 2 HP.
Can I attack again?
Yeah. You got 2 actions, either movement or attack. That's how we play it.
I've been really confused about that tonight. Yeah, I'm going to go again.
I'm not.
done that.
So that's just the house rule that we play with, right? You get 2 actions. Typically, it's 1 attack and 1 movement. I'm totally okay with you guys using your actions for either an attack or movement.
Baby dagger again.
Okay.
This guy.
D20 advantage. Go for it.
I think I'm going to get it. My first one's already like 17.
Okay. Roll damage.
I use my other d6.
I just do that so it keeps it interesting for you guys, because I know there's long waits in between, so I want you to feel like you get something done in your turn.
I like it. Then that's 7 damage for me.
All right, tell me how you finish the Yuan-Ti in front of you.
I told you I gave you no, I didn't actually, because I decided I'm in my head. I'm going back like, oh, I was gonna actually use my action to talk to him, but instead I sliced. So now it's just me talking to myself, and he died in front of me. So it's...
Yeah, you hear yourself murmur some 80s one-liner as you dice them to pieces, and
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Like it.
But
I mean, I want to live this moment. What is this 80s one line?
that's up to Tyrell. It's utterly forgettable until he gives it meaning. So those snake dying sounds, they're amazing. You got anything, Tyrell, or did it just happen in your head?
I don't know. Yeah,
Never gonna give you up.
snake got your tongue. Nope. That was
That
Tyrell.
in the background was epic.
Did you pull your sunglasses off when you said it though?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I have sunglasses. Do I have sunglasses?
You think to yourself, there should be some sort of object, some sort of wearable device that would shield your eyes from the sun.
Ooh, they haven't even invented yet. Okay, sweet. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here like shaking my head, and nodding as chaos ensues for this whole room. I like it. I like that being the last scene that I have on this round.
All right. So the executioner's turn. So the two executioners sort of move up to approach Detective Easter here. The one continues to fight with Ranger Steve and the Kuatoa. So we'll roll a d20, see if that one breaks you guys' armor class. Your Kuatoa are collectively the same armor class as you, Tug, so that's what we're going to go with. Ranger Steve, it's just your generic 8. I don't think breaks that. Soul, this one's going to attack you as well. Does a 12 break your armor class? I don't think so.
Nope.
All right, the last two executioners are going to kill the next people in line, bringing the grand total of dead people to 8.
You know, those people should just leave the lines. They're in there like a theme park right now.
They're in shock. They're cattle ready for the slaughter, essentially. But they're all ready to be sacrificed to whatever Yuan-Ti god is ahead of you. Let's see. Those are the only executioners that we have. So it's going to go back to the top of Soul, but I'm going to grab another drink real quick.
Same.
And you guys can
Cool,
kind
could you
of...
move
yeah, yeah. But you guys can kind of discuss your next battle plan from here on out. But when we return in just a second, we'll start at the top
I'm gonna take a quick intermission as well.
with you, Soul. All right, no worries. Be right back.
Does anybody need like a buff or like healing or anything like that?
Yeah, I would save it because we haven't fought the baddies yet.
Yeah, these are the goodies.
If
Well,
you can somehow start, I don't know how much range attack you got. If you can start hitting some of these, the guys in charge of the lines.
Well, I was trying to make my way that direction to this one down here that we're actually looking at right now.
Yeah, because I put like 30-something hit on it this last round, and it's still alive. And that was after taking a chunk of it last time we played. So I don't know what their health is, but it's got to be 50 plus.
It isn't this. This is Ian, Sailor's son, right? Down that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just he's swinging for the stars and missing.
You know, I really thought I'd just try my first one with the staff before I realized, fuck this, I'm going back to my magic.
You probably have like 12 spells you can use, so just any of them.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, like, out of the 4 spells that I picked, 2 of them I can actually use. One of them is, like, can take everyone out within 10 feet. So I'm kind of worried about this old man in line. But hell, why not?
Yeah, I probably don't do that one.
Yeah, and to think I'm just gonna do my individual blast that blast the snake, slithery snake.
In fact, I mean, if you don't want me to try to beef it, if you're not wanting me to play support, I can use Firebolt and chill touch and start attacking the one by Sailor Sun probably right now. The range is 120 foot. I would say I'm within that.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I think with it being a snake, that chill one should be more effective.
Yeah, it's kind of actually misleading. It's necrotic damage. It's not cold damage. And the reason I cast this Hunger of Star is because it's supposed to be cold damage, and it didn't seem to give us any extra buff with them being snakes.
I have returned. Is anybody else there?
Yes.
No.
I missed you.
Aw.
I think about you every night.
Guys, I lost it. I was on mute, but I was over here reading something, and then I just hear that faintly in the background. I fucking lost it.
I'll have to find some time to come back down to Springfield at some point. I've had a lot of people, actually, old like neighbors and stuff, reach out recently saying they want to catch up. So
How's your car situation? Is it running good?
it's running. The driver's side, I guess I shouldn't say this online, but nobody's watching, so it doesn't matter. The driver's side lock broke the other day, so I can't lock my driver's side door anymore. It's just like,
Oh my god.
it's like as soon as I get something, the other thing breaks. It's like, I don't know the equivalent of it, but like gluing together a statue, and the moment you take your hand off one piece like, to put on another, that one just falls.
God. Frustrating. It's probably not that hard to fix.
No, it's an easy fix, and honestly, I never keep anything valuable in it anyways, and it's not like most people can drive a stick, so I'm not worried about somebody hot wiring it and being able to drive it as
I'm
well.
back. Yeah.
I feel like the skill set for those are pretty slim.
And at this point, if you could file an insurance claim on it,
I'm not gonna say that I wish something would happen to it, but you know.
I mean, I know some people.
Oh, okay, now that's getting way too shady. I don't need this to be publicly documented. Okay.
Oh.
That's the last thing I need is like, oh yeah, you should have no problem. Your insurance should cover it. Oh, we found this YouTube video of you and your friend saying, "I know somebody."
Yeah, could you imagine a work van from like a brewery company like hitting your car?
Yeah. That would be a weird insurance claim. Hi, I'd like to report a beer van hitting my vehicle in my driveway.
Oh no, where did it happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was ready to go, man.
And who was driving the beer vehicle? I was. And who? Wait, if you were driving the beer vehicle, then how did your car get hit? Yeah.
I was just
But here's the thing: it's the company's fault for negligence.
I was drunk on the job.
Yeah. Well, it was a drunk driving incident, and yeah.
oh man.
They should never have entrusted me. It's 100%.
That's hilarious.
I would love to take that to a lawyer. Like,
They would just say, "You're guilty."
oh man.
But if everybody's back, we're back to the top with Soul. I don't think you guys are ignorant to how much HP these guys have now. It's easier for me to keep track, so.
All right. Well, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to say that you're close enough. There's no need to make a ranged spell check here. Your 8 plus your 11. And then what's your spell casting? Is it intelligence?
Yeah.
So what's the plus on that one?
+1.
Okay, so it just has to be to 12 to see if it takes half damage or not. And it does not beat a 12, so it's going to take full damage. I thought I heard you roll damage, so what did you do?
20.
20 damage? What'd you roll for? Holy cow! What are you rolling for damage?
It's just the first one I picked up.
Just the first die?
Yeah, I was just rolling to screw around.
Okay, okay.
I think I rolled it. I'm like, oh.
Roll,
I happened to roll my best roll when I was screwing around.
roll your damage die, please.
Gosh. All right. 10.
All right, 10 damage. So, describe where you kind of Eldritch Blast this guy for 10 damage.
Right. I keep wanting to use my own mouse to like show you. Yes.
Right in the chest. I don't know. Can you see my mouse? The little hand here?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, right in the chest. I gotcha. But yeah, you blast him with the Eldritch Blast. You still have one more action. You can move or attack again. It's totally up to you. If you
I'm going
move, you'll have to take a leaving engagement.
Yeah. You know what? I'll attack again.
All right. So again, it's just going to try and have to beat that same check. 17, so it's going to take half of whatever damage you rolled this time.
9.
All right. We'll round it up. That will bring it down to 36.
Gosh. I feel like I've been with this guy forever. We're best friends now.
Okay. That brings us to the archers. So, archers gonna fire.
Wait, do they go before me?
Yeah, go soul archers, then Easter.
Okay, gotcha. Just make sure.
So, archers, this one's going to shoot at Tug after it shot the firebolt. This one's going to shoot at Detective Easter. This one's going to shoot at Ranger Steve. This one's going to shoot at Soul. Tyrell, you're actually absolved from this one right at the moment.
Does my disadvantage because I burned off all the feathers on its
It rolled a 20 on your attack, so it
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Am I allowed to cast a spell while this happens?
not unless you had like prepared reaction, which you didn't.
Never mind.
But next turn, one of your actions, you feel free to do so. Yes, as a like prepared spell. But I'm gonna roll a d20 on the first attack for everybody except Tyrell to see if this one lands. 17. Does that hit?
Ties.
Ties go to defender.
It hits me.
It does not hit me.
Okay. It does 6 damage then to Soul and Tug.
Ooh. Hey.
And they're gonna draw another arrow and attack again for their multi-attack, and that one doesn't hit anybody. Detective Easter, you are up.
Awesome. I am going to attack from my Echo's location.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a sword attack on the lady.
The Nightmare Speaker? Sure.
Yep. Okay, I get a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. And it does 13 damage.
Okay. 13. Okay.
I'm then going to use my movement action as an attack and attack again from my Echo's location on that lady.
Okay.
And I get a 27.
Dang, man. You land. Go ahead and roll damage.
Give me just a second. Hey, hold on. Just give me a second. Christian, you can roll damage for me. It's a 1d6
Okay.
plus 7.
Plus 7. 9.
Did somebody break in on Kobe?
He's pretty calm if that's what is happening.
Well, seeing how he sleeps with a gun pillow, I'm sure he's got one within reach.
All right. So yeah, you attack from your echo's location. Bring
And
both
I'm
sort
going to attack. I'm going to attack again
Okay.
from the echo's location. Let's do that again. 23.
That lands.
That's a special
And
number there.
it does.
And it's a magic number.
It does 8 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack from my echo's location with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
And I rolled a 25.
You hit again. Roll damage.
Oh my gosh.
What are you rolling 25?
That's what I'm saying.
I have big bonuses.
Yeah, like he's
Big bonus to
basically 5 levels ahead of us when it comes to everything.
What's your armor class?
It's 18.
Fuck. I got lowered all the way down to 14.
me too.
That's why you started off a level higher than us when you started. You're so fucking far ahead of us. Like,
You guys are penalized on your armor class because you backtalked
We-
a green dragon and got acid sprayed on you.
Oh, I'm not. I haven't forgotten what happened. I'm just simply saying he's rolling 25s and got an armor class of 18. He's a
He's a good friend to have, isn't he?
he's a
Yeah, I'm not really complaining.
Oh, and I'm going to do
We always end
7.
up finding a
It's
way
going
to
to
get.
be. I'm going to do fire damage on this lady, and it's going to be a total of. Let's see here. It was 7 fire damage.
Okay.
That ends my turn.
Okie dokie.
I bet you have another turn, don't you? You just don't want to use it.
I don't know if he has any key points left or not. I know
I'm
you
sure
used...
he's got 1,000 key points. He has like 7 moves every time he goes.
I
as
mean...
long as he's not against us. We're not. The last person that we trusted is 100% against us. So
Yeah.
100%
I
against you?
may have extra moves that I'm saving right now.
That's what I said. He's got some extra key points. I know he's leaving over. But yeah, after the flurry of dagger blows and the unarmed flaming strike, you can see that the 2 next to her are making moves to try and defend her. But at the moment, it is back to Tug and his Kuatoa. So Tug, you are sort of right in front of Tony, and you can see Tony has, moved not very far because he's afraid of the Yuan-Ti behind him that he's been cowering under the table as best as he can. You're right at the edge of the table here. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Firebolt with a range of 120 foot at the Executioner by Sailor Sun.
Okay.
That's within range, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a little bit obstructed, but it's not out of the question. It's very obstructed.
Well, I couldn't see that.
Well, now you can. So you don't have to choose that movement, but if you do a spell ranged attack, it is going to be a disadvantage here. So you may choose a new target if you'd like. Or you can move and then cast. But there's other targets to be cast at. So you know that you could get an advantage roll on this one because it's been marked. Well, I take that back. The Fairy Fire has ended. So these ones marked as purple right now are no longer. But you'd have a fair shot at any of these targets. It's just this one is obstructed from your view.
Yeah. Okay. Well, crap, what I had planned, that kind of threw a wrench in what I was
You can still move. It's not out of the question to say that you can vault the stuff and run over there.
Pretty handy sometimes. You might rethink about this.
What are wrenches? Is that a weird artificer artifact?
Yeah, don't get it confused with a winch. It's not. I know it sounds similar, but but your kids, they're gonna like wrenches.
Have you effectively made that joke every time we've played for the last like 10 sessions? All related to something different.
I don't know. I think you've gone beyond my intentions at this point. Back to the future joke, but yeah, maybe.
No, I like that you just hint that you somehow know the future nonchalantly, even in the midst of battle. But
True.
just no one's ever questioned the fact that Tyrell is talking about people's children loving something. Like what?
What would be a 30-foot cone for me?
30-foot cone is pretty much anything in the range of this lady here. So you could get this guy, her, Tony, the goose. You could, so you could get this Yuan-Ti here, the one by Tyrell. So you got three targets really to go with, 4 if you count Tony. But like I said, you can move and then attack. You got 2 actions here.
I know. I just hate to. I know. I was trying to center myself. Can I move? Can I jump the thing and move to where I have a clear shot at the Guardian, but still be? You know, like there's Tony.
Uh-huh.
And a chair.
Uh-huh.
If you go over to the right and then down, you'd be at the diamond. Is that realistic?
Like here?
1, 2, 3 to the right.
Here.
Is that realistic?
Yeah. I don't even need an acrobatics check for that. I think you are a capable enough person to scale a waist-high bench, yes.
And I got a clear shot at the Guardian?
Yes, I know you look short here, but you know you've got a better shot. You've got a shot at sort of his back of the hood of his Cobra, and sort of his left shoulder. So you do have a shot if you'd like to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. What are you throwing at it? Firebolt.
Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
That gets the modifiers, right?
It does.
Okay. So 18.
Okay. Then I just need to beat the check. What was the check we had built out?
You told me a long time ago, but I don't have it written down
8
anymore.
plus your proficiency, which is 3, 11 plus your spellcasting modifier. Is it 16?
4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 15.
Unless it gets a +1 for the
It
spell
does
cast.
get a +1 for it. Yeah, it is 16. 10 does not beat it, so it's going to take full damage, so go ahead and roll damage.
Hold on, I want to write that 16 down. Check. 16.
We did that earlier, I forgot. That's why I said 16. I thought it was 16.
Yeah, it is. Okay, sorry. 1d10. So it's going to be 2d10s because I'm 5th level.
Okay. What does the little thing say? Does it say 2d10? 2 parentheses d10? No, it wouldn't say that.
On a hit, a target takes 1d10 fire damage. Flammable objects ignite. The spell's damage increases by 1d10 when you reach 5th level.
All right, there you go. So yeah.
2d10 on 11th, 3d10 on, and so on. So
Okay. So 2d10, what you got? What's
I
the
got a
damage?
5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. What did we have him at? 8. So that brings him to 28, I believe.
9.
29.
No, he was at. I got a 5 and a 4. That's 9, not 8.
So he's at 27.
I don't know what it was at to start with.
I don't know. I can't math. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so we shoot firebolt across, sort of grazes him across the shoulder. You see him sort of flinch and shrug forward, giving him sort of Sailor Sun here, a nice opening next turn.
Then opportunity.
We'll say that Sailor Sun will get an advantage on her next attack roll because you've managed to throw him off his game. He didn't see it coming.
You can't wait to run away.
But you've used both your actions there to move and fire, so that leaves us with your Kuatoa. So you got 2 Kuatoa acting as a group here to try and finish off this guy, and another one acting here to try and finish off this guy, and your final one is attacking the Executioner over here. So let's start with the Executioner on the right side. Go ahead and roll your d20.
16.
You break armor class. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Okay. I've got this guy's health on my notes here. All right, so you poke and prod him. You can see that he's, like I said, he's already down on the ground, essentially just wildly swinging. Doesn't have much left in him, but he's not quite finished off.
Now, I've got 3 sets over here.
You do.
Said?
You've got 2 that are collectively attacking this guy here, and you've got 1 that is attacking this guy here.
Which one was the one that was about to be dead? The one with the 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have one of them?
I don't think I altered the health in these guys. That guy's got 2. Sorry. So yes, you can.
I want the one in the back to turn and go help.
Okay. This one over here.
Yeah, because wasn't he at he's at a high hit point?
Yeah, I don't recall. I don't think you did damage to him last time.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
But
So
yeah,
they're gonna attack. Oh, 19.
all right.
That's
Roll
funny.
damage.
5.
Tell me how you kill him.
So, the Horde of Kuatoa,
Mm-hmm.
whose eyes are just like glazed over in this like fury of battle that they haven't got to like primal.
Like doll's eyes.
Yeah, this is like primal rage. They haven't got to experience this.
Great game.
It wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they're just like destroying him. They're like ripping him bits off, biting, scratching, poking, prodding, fucking his face. It doesn't matter. They're going crazy.
Wow. Oh, that's very gruesome.
They are doing what?
Cole's just a little taken aback. Even he takes some steps back. Is like, what the hell is this?
Boss said rape and pillage more. We raped and pillaged more.
I gave him a pep talk outside. I told him.
I regret not hearing that Remember the Titans speech that you gave your Kuatoa before rushing back after.
Oh man.
We can go back.
So
Go
one
ahead.
one of your members of the party can apparently time travel, so it's not out of the question. But you've got one last Yuan-Ti here at full health, so you've got 2 attacks on him. No more advantage being given from the fairy fire.
I have 3.
You have 3? You got two things here.
Yeah, but one didn't move. Or do they not get 2?
They just get 1.
Oh, okay. Well, if they just get 1, then does the other one?
2 attacks. I'm letting you, even though it's a narrow area, I'm letting you essentially collectively attack as these 2. So that's.
Gotcha. We're good. I'm following you.
So first attack, go ahead and roll.
5.
All right, no break on that one. He deflects all the shots. They rush at him again. Roll again.
16.
You land that time. Roll damage.
7, bitch.
Oh, very nice. All right. Yeah, he didn't expect the second surge of Kuatoa to push into him, but you.
The first one's like dropped down to the ground. It was a planned surprise attack.
So I'm getting flashes of like 300 or something. You got the whole
Yeah.
phalanx moving forward now.
You're seeing it. They like rushed and dropped, and then the second wave came over their shoulders in a fury.
All right. They come over definitely in a fury and push him back into the line. and the battle continues. We're gonna move a little bit of the people around here to maybe help you guys some. Sir Barristan's gonna rush in and help Detective Easter here. The Keepers of Justice, and again the lady, I can't remember her name. I don't know why I can't remember
Dolores.
her. Dolores. I named the freaking character. I can't remember her name. Are gonna push up and try and fight here. So I just need to. I haven't spoken as her yet. That's why I can't remember. I have a voice picked for her, but okay.
Is it Dolores from Westworld?
No, you guys. I don't know. I've been anxiously awaiting to do Dolores' voice, but it's not that moment yet. So after those movements, that brings us to Ranger Steve. Ranger Steve, you're back in front of the very wounded executioner here. What do you want to do?
Keep hacking, I guess.
You don't want to try and help him up, maybe make an ally of him, or establish.
Just murder to
You never
pick
know.
another person.
Maybe the snake people are misunderstood, and you could become their god.
Yeah, I was actually terrified that you guys were just going to be like, oh, cool, snake people are going to take over. You know, I bet they probably have a better system of government.
No, I've seen season 4 of Rick and Morty, so no.
And right after I almost killed him, or he's like dying, he then decided to kill another person right in front of my eye.
But yeah, attacking. Understandable.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
17.
It lands. Man, you guys are on fire today with the rolls.
Well, my strength is out the ass, so I put everything to strength, so I don't have to roll that high to even get it.
What you got for damage?
13.
Tell me how you finish the executioner.
Just a big old, 6 to noon, right through his face.
Oh, damn, you split him in twain. All right, yeah, it goes all the way about down to his abdomen. You kind of, the only thing that slowed you down from cutting him even further was sort of his neck bracer, his like bronze neck bracer. But you just see him split open, and there's a fountain of red blood that just pours over you and the Kuo-toa. And you're disengaged from combat at the moment. You still got an action left, so what you want to do?
The Kuo-toa are just slapping up the blood like nothing you've seen before.
I didn't realize the Kuo-toa entered this like berserker frenzy.
I mean, it is just like
Meat's back on the menu. I love
Yeah.
like
There's snake
rolling-
guts just flying everywhere.
rolling around in it, like don't even like mushing it in between their fingers.
There's seriously some repressed, like they've really been hurting for that raping and pillaging.
Yeah. There's a few of them
Christian,
unseemly.
can you roleplay as the people watching?
Yeah, sure. Purveyor Pate, you can see, has entered a stuttering state that you've never even witnessed yourself. Like, you know he stutters on P's, but you fear that suddenly he's going to start stuttering on anything starting with a B after seeing this blood pour over the Kuo-toa. And, Datlov and, God, what's his name? Bastian. And fortunately, Cole and Joni here have had their backs turned, so they don't witness the atrocities. But yes, the human counterparts here are going to tell many a respectable but feared tale of the Kuo-toa in battle. They have earned their stripes here today. And you can guarantee at the next tavern conversation that these three gentlemen are going to recount the bloodthirsty, battle-hardened nature of the Kuo-toa.
I love it.
But Ranger Steve, you got another action if you want to do something.
How far away is that archer from me?
Well within distance for your bow if you want to take a shot at it. Either
I want
that,
to-
or you can move. There's not really a ton of targets. There's more at the back of the room.
Oh, fuck me. There's a whole nother guy back there.
Yeah, I've shown him once before.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
Those people are dead. It's okay.
Should I just bail on them and just go up front?
It's up to you guys. You know, you can see Sir Barristan has joined the sort of fray with Detective Easter up there, and they seem to have things handled, but there are 2 executioners that are about to engage with them. You can see this group of Yuan-Ti and the soldiers fighting over the last entrance here to break through to the blind jury and High Justice Ginsburg, and you can obviously see the still rather well-guarded Nightmare Speaker and sort of Yuan-Ti leader shaman. But it's up to you how you want to proceed here. Like I said, you got an action, so you got a movement essentially to get where you want to go, but won't be able to do much this turn unless you want to just attack from your stationary position.
Well, I have 2 movements.
Okay, then yeah, you could cover quite a distance then.
So I get 40 feet since I'm Ranger Depth. I think I just want to use my first one to, get towards the door. That other door.
This one over here?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you cover about half the distance here.
Okay, and then shoot the buck guy next to me with a bow. Unless I'm close enough to hit him with an axe.
You're not quite close enough from the movement you had to take. Even a direct line, vaulting over the chairs and everything. You know, you had to do your typical backhand springs and flips and in the air as you went across, so it may have hurt your movement a little bit, but you can shoot it with a bow from here. It will be a dexterity modifier if you do that, though.
Did I look cool when I did all that at least?
Oh, yeah, of course, as always.
Okay, yeah, I'm shooting a bow.
There's definitely a
12.
camera angle from, like, down below and, they saw you go over them. 12 against the archer. That is enough to hit, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the archers and foot soldiers don't have a ton of armor class, but there's a lot of
It's
them.
interesting with all that blood that Ranger Steve's hit managed to only shoot out sparks.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you posed after the executioner died and it exploded behind him.
5 damage.
All right. You can see the arrow, it definitely lodges itself sort of in the lower region of the coil of the snake tail, but it doesn't seem to slow it down too terribly much. Let's see then. What did you say the damage was again? I'm sorry, 5?
Yep.
Okay. Okie dokie. So that's the end of Ranger Steve's turn. That then brings us to Tyrell. Tyrell, you got one more Yuan-Ti in front of you here. What you want to do?
I'm feeling good with Baby Dagger. I'm just keeping it simple.
All right. Fresh off the last kill of the Yuan-Ti and the new inspiration behind these sun-blocking glasses, you move in for the attack on the next Yuan-Ti. What you rolling?
17.
You land. Roll damage.
We're gonna go green die. Here we go. Come on. 4.
All right. You take a big old chunk out of it. You could tell that it's a pretty good one right across the belly, right above the belt. You could see some of the snake innards spill out. What it had for lunch that day appears to be some sort of bird or avian species. Half digested spills out onto the floor, and you see it sort of hold its shield arm over its stomach to maybe staunch the wound a little bit, and it sort of raises its scimitar in the air. But it's hurting. It's not doing well. Got another attack if you want. Or you can try and talk it to death again.
Yeah, I was looking at something. Since I'm so close, I'm gonna go Baby Dagger again.
All right.
Take a shot. Here we go.
D20.
Ooh, okay. 15.
You land. Roll damage.
There we go. Green die. Don't fail me now. Oh, another. That's a 7.
Tell me how you kill it.
mercifully.
What is mercifully?
I know you were just a pawn in this whole game, and it really sucks that this is happening to you now as the blood is. Oh wait, I haven't swiped you yet. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hold on. And then I swipe his neck as he's bleeding. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you. I know you're just a pawn in this whole game, and I really apologize. It's a formality of war, and so. And then maybe he screams at me that no, like die to all non-snake people or whatever I don't know. But hopefully not. But I don't know.
You just hear a hiss, but in your mind you assume that it was some sort of curse.
Okay, well I don't like that.
Not like a curse, like just a curse word curse.
Well, yeah, but what it was called that because
right.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean that's in the back of your mind for sure.
Great.
You're replaying that hiss sound in the back of your mind now, thinking maybe I should have gone for the vocal cords. And then you're thinking, where are the vocal cords on a Yuan-Ti? And then you're thinking, can Yuan-Ti actually speak Common, or can they only speak ancient form of Draconic? You don't know.
Huh. Wow.
Because you've heard the rantings and the ravings of the Nightmare Speaker, but you don't know if the two Draconic-speaking people in your party, Detective Easter and Ranger Steve, you haven't had the chance to ask them if they understand this Draconic. You know enough to understand Draconic when you hear it, not understand it, but recognize it. But this doesn't sound like the Draconic you've heard before.
This is almost too much.
Insight. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. That is going to bring us.
It's very interesting because World War II. You didn't know those languages. You don't know what they're saying.
It's going to bring us to the executioners. These two. Let's do the ones that are close by first. So, Soul. This one's going to make an attack on you. 11.
I thought there were two more in the very back. I thought we killed them.
No. 11, so that doesn't break your armor class. That one's dead over there. And then one's going to make an attack on you, Detective Easter. The other one's going to make an attack on Sir Barristan. 5 for Detective Easter. 19 for Barristan, but Barristan, he's a champ. He blocks it.
Oh, really? Wow.
Barristan's, he's a monster. Okay, let that dice roll, but ignore the result. Next guy walks up to the executioner and is murdered, just cut down in cold blood. The other one, the same, and you see the candles flicker inside.
Do we know any of these people?
The Great Hall. You do not recognize the people at the back. They are just patrons, people that came to view the court case. The only people that you knew were in line to be killed, and you recognized them, were those in your defense, which Ranger Steve managed to stop all but the captain of the Blue Suns from being killed. But as a slight breeze sort of blows through the Hall of Justice, you see the candles flicker, and Detective Easter in front of you, you see the Nightmare Speaker, her eyes sort of roll back in the back of her head, and you see the Shaman Priest to her right start to swell and bulge as it sort of slumps over the railing in front of you and hits the floor as it starts to sort of writhe in this massive tail and this chaotic sort of sporadic spinning as it starts to grow larger and larger until this uncoiling snake begins to grow and grow and grow. Where are you?
So Christian, as it was moving away,
Mhm.
as it slumped over the rails, was it within striking distance of my echo? Because it would have to take a leaving engagement attack.
It would, yes. You're welcome
Yep,
to
so
make
I-
that leaving engagement attack now. Here
Awesome.
it is.
I do 21. Does that hit?
It does hit. Roll damage.
It does 11 damage.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. So as this Yuan-Ti shaman sort of hits the ground as you make your attack of opportunity, you see the tail start to, writhe and expand as out of this mass, this bundle of snake, you see a large snake grow and rise. And where there would normally be just one snake head at the end of this long body, you see 6 snake heads all expanding out from the top of this one snake abdomen. And it sort of fills the room in front of you as you see all of the light in the area continue to flicker, and some of the Yuan-Ti you see, even amidst combat, stop and bask in the glory of this creature that has been summoned from the sacrificial sort of totems here. So now you have an additional thing added to the initiative. And this is a Yuan-Ti Anthema. So the Yuan-Ti...
To be a Yuan-Ti Vendetta.
It's large. It is very large, as you can see. That's going to get tacked on to the top of the initiative. So that's going to go before Soul now. Dun, 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 dun.
So it's that thing's turn now.
It has turned, yes. The shaman has now ascended from a shaman, from just a regular Yuan-Ti to a Yuan-Ti Anthema. This appears to be the deity that they were speaking of, but maybe not the exact deity, but I don't know. Yuan-Ti religion is confusing to you. You don't really know it, but there's some pretty metal stuff going on right now. But its first thing it's going to do is exude an aura on its turn. I need all of you to make a DC Wisdom saving throw for me. Did any of you get below? Are you all done? You all rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Any of you get below a 17?
I did.
I did.
I did.
So everyone?
Yikes. Okay.
I got a 21. Bitches.
Okay.
So, Detective Easter, you said Tyrell and Soul, right? And Tug, is that correct? All you guys got below a 17?
Yeah, I mean, we don't get to add anything to that.
Pretty high.
Yeah, it is high. Your wisdom, you don't get anything to your wisdom, I guess. You got.
Let's just put it this way: if you were to, you would know.
Yeah. So you for every round of combat from here on out, you are afraid of not just snakes but Yuan-Ti. You will not be able to make a move against Yuan-Ti or snakes, but every turn that comes to you, you are able to make that roll again. And if you succeed, you overcome that fear. But until you overcome that fear, you cannot make any moves against the Yuan-Ti. You can flee, you can run away, you can disengage per the disengagement, but you cannot directly attack any snakes or Yuan-Ti until you succeed that check. You have been instilled with fear by the Anthema.
Any attack at all, even ranged?
Even ranged.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've been afraid of snakes this whole time. So, because this one's massive.
This has, yes, reinvigorated or reminded you of your fear of snakes, much like Ranger Steve forgot that he was afraid of spiders when he was fighting them. way back
So
in the day.
we have to make that wisdom. We just have to beat it
Correct.
one time.
Correct. Once you beat it, you've overcome your fear, but until you do that, you cannot make any attacking movements against any snakes or Yuan-Ti.
And we can only
What
do
if-
that once per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. Awesome.
So even if you
What if-
have multiple, actions and everything, you're only
Just the one time. Yeah.
just the one roll. What were you gonna say, Ian?
What if I have a spell that allows me to escape, but as I escape, it replaces it with a thunderstrike?
You could do that.
Cool.
It's a retreating thing. I think that's fair. It's more of a escape rope kind of thing.
Ooh, good to know.
But you can see immediately as it shows up, it doesn't even care anymore about the nightmare speaker. It doesn't care that there's guards moving to it. It immediately makes moves to go towards the door. And you can see... Don't say it. Don't say it. God, don't say it. I'll get it. I will. Dolores is guarding the door. Yes. Dude, I don't know why. I'm telling you, I don't know why I can't remember her name. But you can see she sort of shifts where she was going up the stairs to go after the nightmare speaker. She shifts and goes back down to guard the door. Even a sort of justice, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a task. So that's the end of the turn for the Anthema. Soul, you are up. Now you do... I will maintain that you had an advantage roll here. So first up, go ahead and see if you overcome the fear of snakes.
No.
All right. Did you roll 2 dice? Because like I said, you do have an advantage here. I will grant you that. I know it's not necessarily...
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. You rolled twice and you didn't get above 17?
No, I rolled twice, and the second time, I definitely got above 17.
Okay. So yes.
It was 60.
You've overcome that fear instilled in you, but you're going to lose your advantage that you would have had on this snake, so you're just going to get a regular, series of attacks or movements, whatever you choose to do with your 2 actions here. So go ahead.
All right, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast.
All right.
With that... Oh, no. I died.
I actually need to roll to see if I beat it, and I believe your check is a 12.
Okay.
And I don't, so I take full damage. So what damage does this fella take?
A 9.
All right. What is that? Oh, my brain's not working.
Should have had a V8.
Should have had a V8. All right. You got another action.
Ooh, I will do Eldritch Blast again.
Go for it. 2. Damn, I thought I was going to get 12. Full damage. What's the damage?
7.
Okie dokie. So 2 big Eldritch Blasts, right? In the right shoulder and then in the left. Sort of searing it again over and over. With this
I fear no snake.
And you could tell it's sort of in its death throes here. Its final life. It's going to fight hard. Its next combat. That then brings us to the archers. So one archer is going to shoot at you, Tyrell. One archer is going to shoot at you, Ranger Steve. One's going to shoot at you, Detective Easter. One's going to shoot at you, Tug. So first attack on you that I named. 6. Doesn't break anybody's armor class. Next arrow is knocked and loosed. 18. Does that break everybody's armor class?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you take another 6
That does-
damage.
that-
If it
that ties
ties,
my
then
armor.
you're fine.
Woo.
You guys starting to feel it yet?
I'm weak.
Art thou feeling it now, Mr.
So what do we take?
6 damage. You guys have taken some arrows for sure.
Sorry, what was the hit?
18 on the armor class. First one was a 6, so it didn't land, but the second one was 18. You just take 6 damage from the arrow. I'm not rolling for those. Those are just the base damage instead of the chance. So that then brings us to Detective Easter. You are up.
All right, I'm gonna roll to get out of my fear of overly large snakes.
Or just snakes in general. It's snakes and Yuan-Ti.
Oh, here we go. I rolled a 19 and then I get a +3, so I beat it.
You beat it.
I'm going to mentally command my Echo to stand with Dolores.
Okay. How far is the projection on that again?
Okay, so I can initially put it within 15 feet of me, which I did initially, and then it can go up to a max of 30 feet additional of the 15.
Okay,
So 45
yeah.
feet is the max.
You're
So is
within
that 45 feet?
Mhm, You're good.
Or is that 30 feet?
You're clear. You're clear. From the 15 that you originally... You're good. It's good.
Okay. If it's past 30 feet for me at the end of a turn, it will dissipate though.
You know that you can't go any farther than where it's at now. This is its
Okay.
max right here.
Okay, perfect. Then I am going to attack from my Echo's position.
Okay.
And I rolled a 15 with the first attack.
And do your echoes act as your action?
The attacks. So the attacks are actually my attacks. They take
Right.
place in a different timeline.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm in 2 places at once, but only the timeline that I choose is what actually occurs.
Okay.
Is how that works.
All right, everybody close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have us like go on a journey. Okay.
No, I was
Now meditate.
I was
with
putting
me.
the
You're in a cave.
putting the HP on the anathema.
Oh,
Did
dang.
my 15 hit?
It does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again to hit.
All right.
I did not hit again. So swing and a miss a second time. I'm not going to use my movement. The mentally commanding, I can do that at any turn, and it's not part of my movement. So I'm going to
Gotcha.
use my third one to try to
All
attack
right.
again at the big guy. I critically failed.
Uh-oh.
So what happens now? My Echo critically failed there.
We're going to say that your echo in its hastily
Stabbed itself?
it didn't stab itself, no, but it went just out of its capabilities, and it does dissipate.
Well, if it stabbed itself, it would dissipate as well. So
Okay, it doesn't
It has-
stab
it only has
itself.
one health.
No,
Okay.
in its attempt to get under the scales. So after hacking and slashing at these huge, large scales of the snake, seeing that the blade is ineffective, it decided to go for a piercing sort of jab. And as it stepped to the right to get under one of those plates of the scales, it stepped too far, and it did go out of your. So it's gone
Range.
for
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
It has dissipated.
and that'll end my turn. I did nothing.
You did overcome your fear of snakes, though. So
That is important.
kudos. Tug and the Kuatoa, you are up. What you won't do? You might be on mute. I don't know.
I have to overcome my fear, right?
You do.
Okay, that's a D20 roll.
It is a D20 roll.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
What we got to do? 16, 17.
17.
No, not going to beat it. 9,
All
10,
right.
11, 14.
We're going to say your Kuatoa are tied to you. I will allow you to roll for each one of them. So go ahead and roll 4. We'll start with this one first. So roll your first D20.
15.
Doesn't beat it. Roll your second D20.
Do they get the wisdom modifier?
They do not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. 6,
Nope. Third one.
10,
And the blood-covered Kuatoa.
1.
Damn, I was really hoping, I was cheering for the blood-covered ones. I was thinking that you were going to turn them into, like, an elite guard or something. You still could, but... Okay. I'm sorry, Tug, and Blibdoopulip, and the Kuatoa, but you are all scared of snakes at the moment. That then brings us to Ranger Steve, and I believe you were also... Oh, no, you rolled high. You were the only one of the group that rolled high, so you are not afraid of snakes.
I'm gonna shoot that snake fuck right in front of me. He's got the bow.
All right.
Or I'm gonna step forward and then hack.
Okay, instead, I gotcha. 1 action for your movement, and then axe swing.
I'd say 17.
Page. Archer, Archer, Archer. Yep, you beat the armor class on that one. What'd you roll
It's
for damage?
16 damage.
Jesus.
What? I have like 4 dice I have to roll every time I use my axe.
Get it.
All right. It you cut off one of its arms. It's not going to be able to use the bow again. But it's still alive on the table, bleeding out.
Okay, swing it again.
All right.
1 less dice. 12.
That one lands.
Pretty
Damage.
sure it was close. 12 is close to their cutoff, whatever.
It is.
Only 6 damage this time.
Tell me how you kill it. Right on the table as it's writhing around in
Right.
pain.
So it's a little high above me, so I'm just gonna right in half, just right where the body meets the tail.
Yeah, you cleave it right in half, big chop with the axe, just like a log, fleshy log, and you see the tail slop to one side of the table and the torso to the other as a streak of red blood sort of covers the table and then the floor. Sorry, let me animate that for you. And with the movement and 2 attacks, I believe that is your go. That then brings us to Tyrell. What you want to do, Tyrell? Sir Barristan ran over to help Detective Easter with the executioners. You just saw a giant snake, a multi-headed snake, grow out of the priest. And there's an archer that shot at you last time.
No, yeah, I still have a vendetta against these archers. Like, I've been trying to get to these guys. I think I want to try a fire bolt right at.
All right. And is
do
it
that with it.
ranged? Yeah, spell casting. So go ahead and roll your d20.
Wait, I can do that even though I'm afraid of snakes?
Oh, you are afraid of snakes. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, go ahead and roll to see if you break your fear.
I'm gonna say no.
All right, that's your roll, your turn. So you do your best to overcome. You think about making an attack, and then you realize what you just witnessed.
Yeah, I started to lie to myself, like, I could do this, and then I saw the snakes.
You said, I can't do this. Executioner's turn. All right, these two right here are going to make rolls against Detective Easter. 18. I think that ties you, right?
It does tie my armor class.
And a 17 doesn't. So you guys are beefy over there. 1 archer is going to shoot at rangers. Oh, wait, that's not the archer's turn. It's the executioner's turn. I apologize. The 2 executioners at the back of the room, they are going to kill yet again. A little fairy this time. And this one is actually the last in line. So after he chops this guy down, you see him start to make his one move forward. He's not quite to the Kuatoa, but he's making a move. This one still has another person to kill. This one is going to make an attack on you, Soul. 9, not going to beat your armor class. So you're in the free there. And that takes us back to the anathema, sorry. So, It is
What
going.
is that?
That's this giant monster one. That shakes the map when it lands. That's a cool feature. I like that.
Oh, it's like, what are you making a mess?
All right. It is going to try and constrict Dolores. Look how quick I remembered her name that time.
Oh no. Oh, not that. That's the worst.
Yeah. So
She's probably over-
Dolores.
Throw the whole town down. She's gonna die.
She's the sort of justice. If she can't take this thing down, then I don't believe in her.
Okay, she needs to beat a 16. Oh, and she doesn't. Okay. So you see the anathema, sorry, there's not an extra T in there, coil around Dolores, and you see her take stabs and swings at it as it continues to constrict her, and you see its heads above sort of lashing at her as it's wrapped around her torso. Her arms are still free, but she can't move any longer. You see the tail starting to sort of unfurl and move Dolores away from the door, so it's almost as if this anathema is moving Dolores out of the way. It doesn't even see her as a threat, or if it does, it's just trying to get through these doors more so. So Dolores is still, ensnared by this snake behind it as it's going to make attacks on this door. And its first attack on this door. Let's see, it doesn't need to roll a d20 actually for hitting the door. So it's just going to roll damage on the door. And what is Flurry of Bites? There it is. Woo! That's beefy. 6d6. Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
20. All right. So you see its head sort of reel back and ram forward onto the doors, and you see the doors already give a little bit of budge. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't going to keep making that noise forever. Wow, I rolled 20 twice. I'm not attacking twice, but that was the first one. So the door's taking 20 damage. You can see that it's not going to take a lot of damage for this thing to break through. And that's the Anathema's turn. Soul, you are up.
I rock this fool with an Eldritch Blast.
All right. I just need a resistance. Oh, and it does resist.
It was not futile.
It's still. I'm hesitant to make it take no damage. You still cast Eldritch Blast. It's just gonna take half damage. So go ahead and roll damage. It'll take half that.
9.
That's a lot still. Okay, you got another action.
Let's do it again.
All right. 15. It's going to try and resist, but I think the damage will be enough to overcome it. You just got to get a 2. All right, tell me how you finally Eldritch Blast this thing after many attempts.
I wave my arm coming from the ground all the way up like I'm trying to pull water out of the wall. Trying to pull a whole thing of water out, and it smashes it in the face.
Very nice. It slumps to the floor, singed by your Eldritch Blasts. And I believe those 2 actions are your turn. That then brings us to the archers yet again. One's going to attack you, Tyrell. One is going to attack Tug here. One is going to attack Detective Easter. And the other one here now has a shot at Ranger Steve. So, first attack on the docket. 14. Does that break anybody's armor class? I think it ties at best.
I think Tug and I both are tied.
Okay. Second arrow is loosed. 17. Does that break? It doesn't break Easter's. Does it break everybody else's?
No, I'm good.
It breaks mine.
All right. 6 more damage from an arrow.
Has Sir Barristan attacked any?
He has. He's currently engaged with the other. So you've been fighting one of the. Well, you've been holding off one of the, I guess, as your
Yeah, I haven't
Echo's
really
been fighting the
attacking any
other
of
one.
those.
But yes, you see, Sir Barristan is definitely making headway on the executioner over there. So. After the archer's turn, Detective Eastern is back to you. What you got?
All right, I am going to use my movement to disengage. I'll take the attack of opportunity, but I'm going to run over to attack the giant snake.
Okay, just one attack of opportunity because Sir Barristan is engaged with the other one. 16 does not break your armor class. You are free to disengage.
Okay, I'm going to move over to the backside of the snake.
Okay, kind of where Dolores is.
Enough to where I can get within melee distance. So I gotta be a melee attacker.
Sure.
Okay.
You said your movement is like doubled or something?
I had no, that's when I use my dash. I have a 45 base movement.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's if you had to go around here, yeah, that's 45. So you're pretty darn close. I mean,
Close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna produce my echo in front of it.
Okay. Let's bring that guy out. Might just change this to the Echo instead of the Zoo Warriors, but here we go. Echo's right in front of you. Yep.
I am going to pull out my bolt thrower and use all of the charges on it.
All right. So that's a insta stun.
Yep.
So it is going to be subdued for one turn. Next turn, it'll
be subdued until the end of my next turn, right?
Right.
Okay. Now with it subdued, was my echo? Am I up on with the echo that I could attack with?
So you're not
melee?
quite to the tail, but the echo is. The echo gives you just the amount of distance you needed to attack.
So with it being stunned, I'm going to attack with my echo. Is there any advantage? Advantage at all?
It's got the same armor class, even though it's stunned. It's just that it's not going to attack you. So.
Okay.
You have
my first
noticed that Dolores is freed from its grasp while it's stunned. So.
Perfect. First roll is a 15.
It does not break the armor class.
Okay. Second roll is a 29. I got a critical 20 there.
Definitely does. So you got a nat 20, I
got a nat 20 plus.
All right.
All the way up.
So roll 2 damage or double damage. Sorry.
Okay. First one's 11, and then I'm gonna roll it again. And 9. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to hit it with cold.
Okay.
A cold headbutt. Or at least attempt to. I got a total of 27.
That hits. Damage.
Seven cold damage.
Okie dokie. All right. You see that little patch that you attacked, some of the scales start to shift and loosen between the different types of damage and blows that you had dealt to it, and you can see that it's starting to develop a little bit of a soft spot there, maybe. Sort of like knocking loose teeth, but these are scales. That's gonna bring us to Tug. You got another chance to shake the fear, snakes.
Would fear be considered a condition?
It is a status that you've undergone.
Because I have lesser restitution. It can either you touch a creature and it can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. But then it does say the condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So does that? I guess that one.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't fit under the category.
That's a cool thought. Makes me want to look at what I got.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
All right. Roll again for Kuotoa group number 1.
Nope.
Oh,
2,
Nope.
3.
17.
You tie it. And I guess you're technically the defender. So you got a group of Kuotoa that are free. Last group.
11.
All right. So one group of your Kuotoa have shaken the fear of the Yuan-Ti and snakes, but everybody else, including you, Blibdupulip, have been rendered immobile by them. What would you like
Is it
to
the
do?
one that's been bathed in the blood?
The ones bathed in blood may just be a little too focused on the blood at the moment. They haven't broken free of it just yet. But
It's not that they're scared. They're just a little hyper focused on.
right. Yeah, consuming the raining blood from the wounds. But you got one action with your Kuotoa here. So what you want to do with these guys?
Send them to the other door.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Like this door?
yeah, because I mean that's all that.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can make it about halfway. So they're about right here with their, or sorry, they got 30 feet of movement. That's
Hold up. Didn't you say that there's a executor coming up from the back?
There is an executioner moving up to your blood-drenched Kuotoa.
Yeah, send them there.
Okay. They're right here, yeah. They kind of go around, and they'll be about right here. So they'll be ready to move in next time. All right. That brings us to Ranger Steve, who had just butchered some snake.
Yeah, I want to sprint forward and take out one of the bow guys.
Like this one?
Yep.
Okay. You close the gap. You're right there.
Oh. 23.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
All
right. Good chunk out of it. You don't cut off any limbs this time, but you take a low hack, and you see cut about halfway through the lower portion, lower tail of the snake, and it sort of hisses at you in pain. But you can see it knocking an arrow, ready to shoot at you next time. You still got another action.
Swing again.
Okay.
14.
It breaks. Damage.
9.
All right. It doesn't quite kill it, but you're close. And you kind of, after hacking off the tail, you finish the blow again, one more hack, and sever it off completely. You see the tail kind of writhe on the ground. There's enough for it to sort of slump backwards. It still has the bow drawn. It's not dead, but it's got enough life in it to maybe loose one more arrow. But,
You get one more.
do you? You moved and then you attacked twice? You got 4?
You're right. Never mind.
Aight.
I was gonna punch it right in the face.
Wouldn't take much. Tyrell. Still got to overcome that fear, I believe. Correct?
Right. Okay.
17 wisdom saving throw.
What about a natural 1?
That's not good, man. We're gonna
How can you be extra afraid of snakes?
we're gonna say you're forced into retreating your full movement. So 1.
So I cast expeditious retreat on myself and I get the hell out of here?
So you
Can you roleplay that, Jared?
4.
Are the walls closing in on me? Oh god, what is the hissing? Oh god, oh Oh, what is? Oh shit! Oh God, there's snakes everywhere. What the? Oh shit! I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the hell out of here. No.
Have you lost all, I guess, inspiration of the sun blocking glasses, or have you managed to hold on to that as something that is, you know, keeping you at least functioning and not petrified completely?
Just the first part of that. Like, I definitely still want to. I still have the thought of sunglasses, but I don't think that's helping me. What was the question?
You're thinking about anti-snake glasses now instead of sun. Maybe the snake is worse than the sun.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think I have anything I can make that with, but yeah.
Just a blindfold. That's all it would be. Just a blindfold.
Oh.
All right.
I just thought, like, yeah, horses have blinders so they can,
Yeah.
race well. Oh goodness. Maybe.
Executioner's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna think on it.
You scared her.
Oh.
Josh, mute.
Play.
The cries of the snakes. It's sad. All right. Executioner's turn. Executioner's gonna move up and attack Josh's Kuatoa. 2. Not gonna happen there. That one is dead by Sailor's Son. These are gonna try and attack Sir Barristan. Just the one. Not effective. They're having a crappy round. This one's gonna move to Ranger Steve and then attack. I believe that will bring us to last Executioner. 12 doesn't land. Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
You're good. The Anathema is currently stunned by Detective Easter, so it's going to lose its turn until it gets to the end of his turn. It is now back to Soul's turn. Soul, after Eldritch blasting the Yuan-Ti Executioner in front of you, where do you want to go now?
Is there still one behind me in the back?
There is. There you see one Soul survivor back there.
Forget it.
You hear in your mind what you think Ranger Steve would tell you to do. But it's up to you. Is one innocent life worth saving? Or does it get lost in the muddled greater good of what's unfolding? Are you a person who can even make that judgment call?
I'm sorry, I missed all of that. Mine disconnected.
What do you want to do? I'm just making it more dramatic.
I'm gonna go deal with the feller in the back.
All right, very noble. You feel inspired by this just cause, and you close the distance, and you are in front of the Yuan-Ti Executioner as it brings down its scimitar. You hold out your staff and stave off the blow on the tiefling that was about to be executed right in front of you.
The queen would be so proud.
Maybe.
But after your movement, you got one more action, so if you want to attack or cast a spell.
Right. I'm not going to cast a spell because it will kill this one individual. I'm going to use my staff.
All right. Roll D20 and see if you break armor class.
Was that a horse?
That was the subtle.
Wait, did Sailor's Son sneeze?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh
That was
no.
a cough. That was a clear cough.
Soul is better with staff.
I think
That's
I
true.
think-
I just give up everything right now. 12.
All right. You managed to deflect the attack, but you don't land an attack of your own. So after sort of stopping it with the front end of your staff, you bring up the back end to try and just catch him in the jaw. and he sort of pulls his head back and hisses at you. So that's your two
Like it.
actions there. But then after Soul's turn, it is the archer's turn. So the archer that had one loosed at Ranger Steve is going to let fly its last arrow. The other one that's over here is going to shoot at Detective Easter. This one on the table is going to take a shot at Tug. And I think that's all the archers that are going to get to take a shot. Actually, sorry, this one up here and this one here. So there's going to be 2 attacks made on Detective Easter and Ranger Steve, but there's just going to be 1 attack made on Tug. So Tug, you're up first. This first roll will also count for the archers that are shooting the first time at you guys. 1 critical failure. That's 1 less roll I had to make. We'll say that they fumble their arrows. They all miss the first shot, and they even lose their multi-attack because of it. So they would have had 2 attacks, but that still leaves these 2 up here that are going to make attacks on you guys. First arrow shot, 20. Wow, polarizing.
Alrighty. Christian, I am going to use one of my reaction abilities.
Okay.
Which is Deflect Missiles. And so I get to roll a 1d10 plus dex plus my monk level.
All right.
And if the damage is less, so 19. If the damage is less than, let me see here. I reduce the damage by 19, I believe.
Damn, yeah. 6 plus 6, unless I want to roll for it, which I'm not going to. So 12 is the damage that you would have taken.
And so with that, so if it's reduced to 0, I can catch it.
All right. Yeah, you catch the arrow thrown at you. Ranger Steve, unfortunately.
But I'm not going to use I'm just going to drop it. I'm not going to use it as an attack.
Okay.
I can use a key point to attack back with the arrow, but I'm not going.
Gotcha.
Not going to use it.
So Ranger Steve, you're gonna take 12 damage. It was a D20 roll, so it's double damage. 6 for the arrow, so it's 12 in total. And that was just the first attack from these 2 archers up here. So the second attack for their multi-attack. Oh my god. Another 20.
Well, I already used my reaction. I can't use the second one, so.
Another 12 to Ranger Steve and 12 to Detective Easter.
Well, I guess we're gonna die before we even get the answer to our trial. So
All right.
from fucking archers, not even from the big bad that's like 150 points from dying.
Hey, you were supposed to close your eyes.
You did it like 4 more times on the screen.
Obviously, this means we are guilty, guys.
I didn't know.
Hey, you've still got Sir Barristan and Dolores, and
Trial by combat, you can.
And they're dead.
What it is.
He's been standing in front of this one guy the whole time.
yeah, they're formidable foes. I mean,
Like 3 people, and he's not even moved at all.
he's been fighting this one.
Those are like the 50 pointers.
I've been keeping track. It took you guys like 4 turns on average to kill an executioner. He's only been fighting this one for 3 of those turns. So
He's like a savior of the city or some shit. I figured he'd be.
it doesn't mean, yeah, I mean, he's not taking any damage from anybody, including these archers. So he's a boss in that nature. He's just slow and methodical. That's his thing. He's careful.
Do you have any healing potions, Cameron?
I just have 1 spell.
Do you also have your as a ranger? Do you have any healing abilities?
Just
Tug
1
might be
spell.
able to heal you.
He's
Go
still
run over to
scared of
Tug and suck on his nipples. See,
Yeah.
that'll heal you up.
I mean, you made a dashing move, man. You killed and then you rushed right into the thick of it. So it's, I mean, you couldn't have anticipated them rolling freaking 2 20s in a row.
Well, I mean, after the horrible rolls that you've had so far, it was kind of coming.
I mean, you guys have just been like waylaying these guys, and it's been awesome. I didn't, I'm not trying to kill you. It's just happening. Tyrell. Oh wait, no, that was the archers. Easter, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm going to move within striking distance.
Okay, you close the distance. You're within.
And then I'm going to move my echo.
All right.
30 feet behind me.
Directly behind you, like over where Tony is, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of like out of the way of this thing's attack.
Sure.
Yep. And now, I'm going to attack it.
All right. Go for it.
22.
Dang.
And so, does that hit? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, I do 13 damage, and then I'm going to spend my final key point to make that a stunning strike, so it is stunned for another round.
Damn.
Yep.
Is there a check it has to succeed, or it just succeeds instantly?
I spent my key.
Oh,
point
you spent
to
your key
stun
point.
it.
I got you.
Let me just check real quick to make sure.
I think using your key point is like an inspiration. I don't think there's a.
Actually, no. You do get it. You do get a save. You don't get a save with the other one, but with this one, it will get a Constitution saving throw on its turn, or you can do that right now.
And what is
if
it
you want.
considered? Is it considered the condition?
It's just a Constitution saving throw, and then it's stunned until the end of my next turn. I have a save that it has to beat.
It has. I'll roll it. You don't have to tell me the check just yet. It does have a +4 to whatever I roll. It doesn't have a condition immunity to stunned, so. Oh my god.
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Oh, well then yeah, you're definitely stunned.
Definitely stunned. It's probably gonna be a bit sluggish in getting up too, I would imagine, after a critical fail like that.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's stunned for another round until the. Yeah.
Yeah, you find that exact spot that you had been hitting before, and you hit it with your stun on the key point that you spent, and you can see just as it was beginning to rise again, you've stunned it to the floor once more.
All right. Well, I'm gonna attack it again.
All right.
21 is my total.
You did 2 attacks, and then you did your key point. The key point was an addition.
I've already moved the key point. I can spend those.
Gotcha.
Some of those I have to use a bonus action, but that is just a spend for the stunning strike.
Okay. And then what'd you roll on your last one there for armor?
It was a total of a 21.
That breaks, so roll damage.
Okay. I did 12 damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus unarmed strike, and I am going to do let's go with lightning damage.
Okay.
Does 16 break? Or, sorry, not 16. It's going to be 14.
It does not break on the last one.
No, it is a 16. Does 16 break?
It ties.
Probably not.
So defender wins.
Okay, yep. So I wasn't able. I punched it, but it didn't work. And that's going to end that turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to Tug. See if you can shake this fear, buddy. Start off. You want? I'll let you decide. Do you want to start off with Blibdu pull up, or do you want to start with the Kuatoa first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Can I not do anything at all if I can't?
You can move around. You can cast. You just can't make attacks on the Yuan-Ti. So you can heal your teammates. You can.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I mean, I haven't been doing anything other than rolling. I mean, do I have to roll?
You roll first to determine if you can move against the Yuan-Ti. Beyond that, you're welcome to, move around. You just can't attack the Yuan-Ti.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can also cast healing and all that other good stuff.
Well, that's what I've been wondering. Like, can I even move the other Kuatoa? Like,
These you could move, but they'd get attacked for an attack of opportunity for leaving engagement. And then these are also engaged by an executioner. These are your one free Kuo-toa, and they're currently moving towards this bout between the blood-soaked Kuo-toa and the executioner. So.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll to see if I get free.
All right. Doesn't sound celebratory.
No, I think I'm one short.
Oh man, these snakes are just driving Blib's head crazy right now, like Tyrell.
Snakes coming out of your ears.
All right. Then okay. Well, then I'm still going to. I'm going to cast. Are they within 30? Was the snake and stuff within 30 foot of me? How far away is that?
The closest Yuan-Tis to you are the archer on the table and the ones fighting your 2 batches of Kuo-toa.
Yeah, but Kobe. How far is Kobe from me?
Detective Easter, he's probably 45-ish, not quite 30. It's a little bit farther. You're close. I mean, you could take, a movement, a square, and you'd be there. But then Sailor Sun is at the back of the room, just to give you a heads up where everybody is. Ranger Steve's hurting over here. And then Detective Easter and Dolores are fighting.
Where's Ranger Steve?
Over here.
Remind us where Tyrell's at.
Tyrell's running afraid of snakes at the moment.
I knew that. How far is Ranger from me?
Ranger's double the distance, so he's probably a good 60 feet.
He is 60 feet?
You could move 30 and then be in range of him. Yeah.
Well, if he's 60, I can cast.
Might be a bit hard to target him. Just based on where you're at now. But I mean, you can move and then cast your spell. Like I said,
It's just a visual. It's not a. I mean, can I see him?
Yeah, you can see him. You can see him. I mean, it's a mess, but you can see him. I can see him from there. I can see his cloak.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Ranger Steve, and he's going to get 1d4 plus 4 plus 3. So I need to roll the d4.
Right.
Nice.
Where is my d4? 4. It's a triangle, right?
A cone?
It's a pyramid.
That's, yeah. Oh, 4! Woo! At least I can roll decent on that. 4 plus 4, 8, 9 to 11. He gets plus 11.
Plus 11. There you
And
go,
then-
Ranger Steve.
Range, bless, touch, aid.
What are you doing now?
Well, I'm seeing if I got any other support class that are within. He's 60 foot away from me. Kobe's 45.
Did you bless him with the power of Blib to pull up and her motherliness?
No, there's nothing.
Oh.
I guess I will. I guess I'm gonna move slightly up.
Like over the thing? Or
Yeah, I want to be within 30 foot of me.
you want who? Detective Easter?
Yeah, I want Detective Easter within 30 foot of me.
Yeah, you can do that. Do you want to keep a distance from him? I mean, you're 30 feet of movement. You could get about here with your 30 feet.
No,
Okay.
I mean I don't want to be moving towards any enemy. I just want to be moving towards
Gotcha.
being able to cast.
Yeah. There is a Yuan-Ti on the table with you at the other end, but
Fuck him.
He was already shooting at you anyways.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's been taking pot shots all day.
I guess I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Well, you cast and then you moved, so
I never mind. I moved.
no worries.
Then the Kuatoa.
Yep. So these ones here, you can either you need to roll for them first, I guess.
Nope.
Next one.
Nope.
Last one.
Nope.
It's a tough save. It's a tough save.
Well, fuck, it's 17 by itself.
Yeah.
I got no modifiers.
Yeah, your Kuatoa, they're not you. But, you know, you got your advantage of numbers, so. These ones here, if you want, can run away. They will take a leaving engagement, but it may be better than just staying. These are also just staying. And these are your one free Kuatoa. So let's move this one first. What do you want to do with him? He was headed towards the Executioner here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all the other ones need to flee.
Okay. So they just have your base armor class. Doesn't beat it. Take a second swing because there's two of them. Doesn't beat it. All right. These Kuatoa make it away. They make it around the bend. Huh.
They are following Tyrell out the door.
They are following Tyrell out the door. They're a little bit farther than that. They're one more square up. Okay.
I mean, they don't need. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get their balls back here in a second. They don't need to fully, you know.
All right. Run. Okay.
What about the other ones?
These here, you can make them leave if you want. Yeah, the blood-soaked ones.
Yeah.
All right.
I want them to move up. I don't want them to go back. I want them to move up.
Forward.
Because that'd be the closest. They're not gonna run past the motherfucker. They're gonna run.
Yeah, they're gonna run this way. He did land the attack on your Kuatoa. We had them broken apart into 10s because there were 40, right? We had 40. I remember this discussion.
It was 20 is all he ever had, but we broke into groups of 5 or groups of 4, and there were 5 groups of 4 or 4 groups of 5.
For some reason you wrote down 40, but it's always been 20, and okay. I keep telling you that it's 40, and Kobe keeps telling you it's 20 because he's a suck up.
Whatever it is,
because
5. So if there's 5 here, we'll say 2 of the 5 are killed here. So in the leaving engagement, 2 Kuatoa are slain.
Are they in death rolls or are they dead?
Tell you what. You get 1 death save roll for each one of those that went down. So right now, on the line are 2 Kuatoa's lives. You roll 2 D20s. Do you want to do it on screen for drama's sake, or?
However you want me to do it.
It's up to you. It's your Kuatoa. I want you to. This is your call, man.
I mean, I can do it on screen. How do I do screen?
So I'll roll the dice for you. So I'll even let you pick the die. Do you want a D20 or you want a D4? A 1, 2 would be a fail. A 3, 4 would be a succeed. Same thing with 20. Anything 10 below or 10 above. Above is a succeed. Below is a fail.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the D20.
All right, same, just different die. 1 succeeds. The first one succeeds. It's still alive. It's back up.
I thought you were gonna put me on camera. I got really excited here for a second.
No, I don't know how to. I can't do that.
I was gonna hit.
Woo! All right, both of them. Both of them
Good
live.
choice, Josh. You let him roll. Good job.
Fucking Kuatoa, bitch.
They're laying on the ground. They're licking their wounds. They've only got 1 HP, but they're not dead.
They're slurping up some of that snake blood.
Yeah, they're swimming in that snake blood. They're fusing that snake blood with their fish blood.
So how far away are they from me?
Them? We'll say that the other 3 Kuatoa managed to drag them with them, so they're all just clustered together for the sake of clarity here.
Yeah, but I mean that would be like what?
80? Yeah. If Ranger Steve was 60, then yeah, you're another probably 30 to them, so 90.
I guess other than the one group can attack that guy.
On their next turn, they only get one action though, so they were able to close the distance, but they weren't able to attack this time.
Okay.
That brings us to Ranger Steve. Little burst of healing.
I want to punch the almost dead
All right.
archer.
All right.
18
That
for
breaks.
a hit.
Roll damage.
Damage is a 5.
You got one more than you needed. Go ahead and tell me how you kill it.
Or just like right in the face. So just
Punch it, right? You knock out its two front fangs. It's dead. That leaves you with 2 actions and an executioner breathing down your neck.
is it an action to pull out the decanter?
I'd say mid-battle after, shifting around your stuff. I'd say that's a minor action. So it's not going to take up one of your big ones, but there's no bonus actions or anything. So yeah, you pull it out.
Okay. Yeah, just full blast right in the executioner's face.
Okay, so Geyser, and that needs to succeed a check of what?
Give me a second. Is that pulled up? I dropped it. Strength check of 13.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Does not succeed. How far does it push it back with the Geyser?
So Geyser just
Knocks it prone.
right. Let me.
I feel like it pushes it back a distance as well.
15 feet away.
Yeah. So half your movement distance. I guess it's more so about right here.
He's a slithery little sneaky snake.
He's a snake. All right. Remember that he's prone, but I'm not going to knock him down because then I won't remember that he's alive. I mean, I will, but, We'll make him glow. No, don't do that. That's a lot. Okay. All right.
Oh, I like that light. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can add little torches. It's cool.
That's awesome.
This programs. You can even be like, whoa. Wee! Yeah. What does this one do? Oh, stats. Yeah. Yeah, it's really detailed. So, like, yeah, I could make all the stats for each character, but...
You could, customize all that. That's awesome.
I need to do that for you guys. Like, add those, but, it's good. I'm afraid if I deleted your character or moved you around or whatever, then I'd have to do that every time. I haven't figured that out. So Ranger Steve,
just spawning this in.
You still got an action. You attacked. You used the Geyser, which was one action, and then you got one more.
I'm gonna use enhance ability. Use Bear's Endurance. Gives me 2d6 temporary hit point for 1 hour.
Nice.
Nice.
Good first roll. Good second roll. Wow, double sixes.
See, necessity is the mother of invention, right? Like you dug deep, you found a spell that you had squirreled away.
I don't know. I prefer Tyrell's strategy. Be afraid of snakes and run out the door.
He's just going to get reinforcements like Tug did, right?
Yes.
I don't even want to go there. I don't know what he's done this entire time. I haven't seen him.
But speaking of Tyrell, you are up, my friend. So on your way out the door, you're contemplating, your fear of snakes yet again.
I hope he passes right as he is about to leave. Like, yes, I can attack.
Give us that roll.
Oh. I really don't like snakes. I hope you know that.
Oh no.
I'm feeling a little better, but I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
You don't, you've overcome your immediate shock of panic, so you can stop where you're at. You can move freely, cast spells, whatever. You just, like I said, with Tug, you can't make an attack against any Yuan-Ti or snakes that happen to be in the room. You haven't seen any normal snakes yet, but you're not, you haven't eliminated that possibility either, so.
Drag some civilians away.
Soul is kind of
how-
close to you.
How high up is the ceiling?
Let's see. I mean, it's 2 units high, whatever that is. So it's probably close to 4 times your height.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, it's a big room.
It looks a lot bigger than the math you just described, but
Does it? That I feel like that's 4. If we put you against this wall, I feel like 4 of you. Well, maybe 4-ish.
well, I'm good with that. I mean, I'm not 15 feet tall, so I would like to take my magic rope.
That's pretty darn close. That's about 4 of you. I'm not crazy.
Weird because I mean I see that now, but like I didn't see the top of it till you were zooming out, and I thought it was much bigger.
No.
But yeah, no, I'll take my rope and aim for the ceiling and see if I can latch onto something.
Okay.
You'll take your rope and tie it around a civilian to save them and pull them away from a snake. Cool.
I mean, I'm pretty afraid of snakes myself.
There's chandeliers, candelabras from.
Oh, so I have a risk of pulling that down.
No. These are well fastened. They appear to be made of iron. The candelabras, they seem very sturdy.
You just swing into the giant snake's mouth.
I mean, that's
But with your magical rope, you easily throw it up and wrap
to
around one.
command it. Yes, tie, and then with my second action, I would like to climb up as far as I can. I think I'm like half speed.
Yeah. Half speed is still 15, so I mean.
How did you get this system to? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the measuring stick is gnomes. Yeah, it's great.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Okay.
Tailspire,
it.
man, it's great. You can add your own units of measurement. So it is 3 feet, essentially like yards. But I understand most of the time we just use feet for the convenience of everyone else. But
We use gnomes.
yeah, but you're up. You scaled it. It's almost like in the Underdark during Drow gym class. That was your favorite activity. You may have been motivated by the fear of snakes, maybe just a little bit, but you scale all the way to the ceiling. You're up there.
I'm good.
All right. That brings us to the Executioners. Executioner's going to swing against Soul. 12. I don't think that breaks your armor class.
Nope.
This one is going to take its turn to stand back up from being knocked prone. And it's going to move and close the gap again. It does not get another attack. This one's going to make its final attempt on Sir Barristan. 11 fails. Does not break the armor class. That's all the Executioners left, you guys. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's one that's going to make an attack. On the Kuatoa, the fresh, unafraid of snakes Kuatoa. 13 doesn't break their armor class. Nada, nothing. Zilch, 0. Okay, that is going to bring us back to the Anathema, which is still stunned per Detective Easter. Do we want to call it there because it's 9:53, or do we want to start one more phase, one more round of combat before the end of the night?
I'm good with another round if everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I can do another.
All right, Soul, you are up first. What you gonna do?
All right, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this fool.
Aight. Let's see. So it needs to beat a check of 12, I believe, is what it was. It does. It's going to take half damage, so go ahead and roll damage. This guy's the executioner, so he's at 50.
8.
And that's 42. All right. You got another action.
Cool. Can I push the civilian just like farther away?
Yeah. I'd even say that as a minor action, you can shout to them and tell them to move away.
Cool. I'll do that.
Yeah. They listen to you. They're not keen on sticking around either, and they move their.
How would Sailor Sun tell them to move?
By the power of the moon, I compel you to leave.
They nod. They say yeah.
Like, you're one boss ass bitch. I'm gonna leave.
Moon or not, I am getting out of here. That's the expression on their face. But you still got one more action. Movement or attack or spell, whatever you got.
Cool. Dope. Can I move a little farther back? Just enough to be away from a swinging hit from this thing?
So you will take a leaving engagement if that's the case. So they're going to get a swing on you regardless if you do try and move out of combat. Once you're engaged with someone, you can't leave that without them getting an attack of opportunity, so to speak.
Leave it to the die. 3 blast.
Well,
I have been rolling very polarizing, so it's either going to be really good or really bad. There's not really any in between for me tonight.
But even really good, you still get some damage on it. So.
yeah. I can't do that one. Okay, I'll have to say that for next time. I'll just do Eldritch Blast.
All right. It's going to make another attempt to take partial damage. Doesn't succeed. It's going to take full damage. Roll damage.
All right, 7.
Why I get... Help me out. What was it?
35.
It's 42. 35. I got too much going on in my brain. Quick maths. No skills. Archers. Archers. These two here. 1 to Ranger Steve. 1 to Detective Easter. 1 to Tug. And that's it on the Archer front. So, first attack. For everybody, 19. Damn. Archer's freaking fire tonight. So that's 6 damage.
I'm going to use my reaction
Okay.
ability.
So you catch the arrow. Tug, Ranger Steve, you're going to take 6 from that arrow.
What was the damage?
Why is it always 6?
Yeah.
Because that's the average. So I could roll a 1d8
Gotcha.
plus 2, but the average is 6 in that instance. So it's always 6.
Yeah, I caught for...
So I could roll,
16.
and it could go higher or lower, but for the sake of time, I'm just taking the 6.
So I caught it and dropped it again.
Okay. Cameron, if you
Can
want...
you hit Jared with an arrow? Can you hit Jared with an arrow?
No.
He's not...
I'm way up.
He's running, and he's up in a chandelier, so...
I'm taking like 40 fucking arrow points tonight. I'm so tired of arrows.
Yeah, he's a coward.
I mean, you're in the fray, dude. You're out in the mix. You're gonna...
So I'm just like freaking Boromir over here, just getting chest full of arrows.
Pretty much, yeah. And remember when you were really upset about your ear getting like scratched? Like now, I've
Now it's inflicting you're about to die.
yeah.
I still have ears.
Your ears look like some sort of like Hot Topic employee. They're just riddled with piercings. I don't know what a Hot Topic employee looks like. I haven't been inside one in forever, but
I don't think they still exist.
Cosmic Fish, how about that? Is that closer to the mark of... I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I don't have any piercings. Anyways, that's
Just
just
get your belly button pierced.
that's just the first one. They have multi-attack, so they're knock another arrow. 18.
Ah, that ties.
Ties. Detective Easter's gonna block it, but you guys are gonna take another 6. Ranger Steve and Tug. Like I said, if you want me to roll the 1d8 plus 2, I can. It also has the potential to be higher. So I've just been taking the average of that.
At this fucking point, I'm about to tell you to stop rolling the goddamn 20 die.
That's just to break the armor class. I'm not even...
Two 10s instead.
It's only the archers that are doing well. I mean, everything else has sucked.
Archers only roll two 10s.
Yeah, yeah. The Yuan-Ti archers, they're the elite ones. Everybody's squishy though. I mean, you guys can kill most. Like the common soldiers only have 10 HP. The archers have 25, and then the executioners have 50. So I mean, their armor classes aren't huge, but they can take some hits. They can tank some hits. But you know, they're not gonna make a move on the Swords of Justice unless they thought that they could pull it off. They didn't expect you guys to be in here, so it's gone rough for them. But Detective Easter, you are up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go with my old faithful and stabby stab.
All right, stabby stab way.
Okay, first one is a 15. I don't think that
It does not break armor class on that one.
Second one is a 19. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay, I'm going to roll for damage, and I do 11 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to make one more attack, and I got a natural 20.
All right, double damage.
Okay, the first set of damage is a 10.
Okay.
And the second one is a 10, so 20 damage.
All right,
And then
93.
now I'm going to use my bonus attack, or my bonus action, to swap places with my Echo.
Nice. Oh, not what I meant to do. All right. So you swap places with your Echo, old switcheroo. Very clever, very nice.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Tug, you are up. Now, remind me, your allies can't tell the difference between you and your
my
Echo either, can they?
So the Echo appears as it's me, but it's like a grayish, like translucent kind of version. It's not something that somebody has to make. Let me see if somebody has to make a detection roll against it.
Only reason I'm asking is because if Tug's going to cast a healing spell, I also don't know if you cast on your Echo, if it just, you know, goes through that Echo.
Yeah, no, it looks the Echo would be unaffected because it can't get more than 1 HP. It only ever has 1 HP.
Gotcha.
So if he wanted to heal me, I would just be right next to him. But you know, he would know that, you know, if he wants to heal a bunch of people, he should probably heal himself and heal Ranger Steve. Those two probably need the help more than I do.
Hey, Tug, use your charisma to convince the goose to attack the giant snake.
Is that the actual goose?
You don't know. It is a goose, but you don't know if it's the goose. But Tug, go ahead and roll. See if you break the spell here.
Boom, bitches! Woo! I broke the spell.
All right. You are no longer afraid of snakes.
Chaos magic.
Chaos magic with sorcery points on every one of these fucking archers.
So there's an archer next to you. There's 2 across the room.
I'm not doing chaos magic, but I am going to. I am okay. What's the distance of them?
Of the archers?
Yeah, the furthest archer. What is it?
70.
Okay, so that bumps me up to. Okay, I'm gonna firebolt
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Twin Spell and shoot all 3 of them.
Okay, you will still need to make a d20 because it's a
Yeah.
ranged spell attack.
Yeah, 19.
All right. And then I just need to resist, and your resistance is 16. 10 doesn't beat it, so it's going to take full damage of 3 fire bolts. Is that correct?
Yeah, 1 to each archer. I'm using 3 of my twin spells.
Okay. Yeah. So 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there. We'll say for the sake of this that, we'll just simplify that down to one roll beats them all, 1 roll fails for each damage check. So roll, I guess, 1 die to determine the firebolt damage for each one of these guys.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 d10s.
Okay.
Find the d10. All right. Seven.
Okay.
Not what I was hoping for, but
7's good. 7's good.
yeah, 2 7s would have been great.
All right, so yeah, you like in a sweeping motion with your hand, sort of do a left to right movement, and 3 separate firebolts shoot out across the room, each one hitting the archers and igniting the robes on their sort of shoulders. They, have to stop what they're doing, lose their focus on their targets, and shed these loose-fitting garments that, appear to be more ornamental than anything. But they're all good hits. They all land. That brings us to your other Kuo-toa, I believe, correct?
Well, I can attack again. Can't
Oh, yeah,
I?
you do have another action.
I actually think I want to move. I just want to move into the center of the room.
Okay. Like this center of the room, or okay.
Yeah, because then I'm pretty even from both. I'm within 30 feet between everything, aren't I?
You are.
Big
Yes.
Okay, and I guess that ends my turn.
It does.
And then I did not roll a 1, so there's no chaos magic. Do I need to roll 3 times or just once?
1, because you're using your like font of magic points or whatever you want to call them, and those are controlled. So
awesome. And then so the Kuo-toa now.
yeah. So group 1 of Kuo-toa.
13.
Doesn't beat it. Group 2.
14.
Doesn't beat it. Last group that's afraid, the bloodied and battered one.
17.
All right, they tie. So yeah, they succeed. So you got 3 in a batch of 2 that are in death throes, not anymore, but barely alive, that are no longer afraid of snakes. And then you got 1 action. You can attack the executioner here.
Yeah, attack. That's a
D20 unmodified.
7.
Doesn't break. No damage.
I am rolling like absolute shit.
It happens, man. It happens. Steve, Ranger Steve, you're up.
What's right in front of me?
Executioner.
Ah, fuck me.
So you knocked it back with the geyser, but it picked itself up and moved towards you to re-engage. It hasn't attacked again, but it's right in front of you. So
The guys going to the doors, are those all executioners too?
no, these are foot soldiers. Yeah, and they're currently in a bout with the Keepers of Justice. These are just foot soldiers too. So it's foot soldiers versus foot soldiers. The Yuan-Ti seem to have a little bit of an edge up, just because of their size, over the Keepers of Justice. But they've held the doors. None of them are dead yet.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Okay. Geyser his face again.
All right. What was the check on that one again?
12.
14. He resists.
Do it 2 more times.
Do it at least one more time.
Okay. 7. He does not resist. He is pushed back. And he is knocked prone. Yeah, one more action.
Run away.
I want to run to a spot where I'm not in arrow shot. So based on the terrain, if that means getting right next to the arrow guy to his right, that's right in front of me,
Yeah.
or coming back over where we were being stand for trial and getting behind that
Yeah.
to avoid any arrows.
I would say both of these are within your... Yeah, both these are within your movement. Because you're in your oak flesh form, your ranger mode,
Okay.
so you can... It's up to you. You can, yeah, either duck back here or vault the table, slide across on the snake blood, and hide behind.
Vault the table.
There you are. And you are hiding behind the table. All right. Tyrell, up in the chandelier. What's going on with you? What you want to do? You still gotta, I guess, overcome your fear completely.
I figure that's number 1. Here we go. Eee. That's exactly 17. That's
All
not good
right,
enough.
you beat it.
Okay.
From this point of view, you now see that snakes are smaller than you.
I sit here and I think, well, I guess I'm not sitting. I'm probably holding on for dear life my rope. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's not that bad. Who can I shoot within 100 feet with a firebolt? Because I'm still kind of shaking
Ooh.
it off.
Yeah, if you're gonna shoot him with the firebolt, a firebolt, not your bow or a crossbow. I got you. Firebolt, closest thing I would say is
Fireball, that's fine too.
I said bolt, firebolt.
No, I'll do fireball.
Is this Yuan-Ti here, the one that Soul is currently engaged with? I'd say you're probably 60.
Okay.
Soul got engaged.
As long as I don't miss.
No fucking time.
I mean,
Okay. Let's do it.
roll see if you break armor class. D20. Range spell class. Spell casting.
I'm gonna say so because that's 19 without looking at any bonuses.
Yeah, alright. Roll damage. Actually, sorry, you don't roll. You can roll damage, but I need to see what's your check on the firebolt? 8 plus proficiency plus whatever your spell modifier is.
Oh, 12.
Doesn't succeed, so take your damage, and it'll do full damage to Mr. Executioner over here.
Okay. Come on. Come on. That is a 6.
Okay, 29. All right. So you shoot firebolt. You still got another action.
That's just a cantrip. I'd do that again.
All right, do it again. Roll d20, see if you land.
It's no jokes. That's 19 again.
All right.
Okay.
Critical failure. Roll double damage.
Ooh, I'll do that.
No, don't do it.
I mean, do I have to?
You don't have to.
That's a 5 and. Ooh, I mean, the second one was kind of crap. Just a 1, so 6 total.
22.
Alright. Why is he telling us how much, willingness he has left in his life?
Yeah, there's just a number that floats above his head.
I mean, so we have the scouter above us, or else. What is it?
Vegeta, what's his power level say?
Me too. What a loser.
Yeah. All right.
I have a mind action. Never mind. Don't say that.
You
I
good?
didn't say that.
Okay. Real quick
Nope.
to cap off the night, executioners are gonna roll one against Soul 15. Does that break your armor class, Soul?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna do its scimitar swing for 6. Executioner over here is gonna go against your Kuatoa tug. 4 is not gonna break it. Executioner is gonna go here. And it's gonna move up to Sir Barristan. The other one's gonna attack. Nadada. Okie dokie. After the executioners have gone, Sir Barristan finishes off Umaro Lefto and is engaged in the fresh executioner that Ranger Steve was in a bout with. Dolores is going to take a swing at the anathema.
Dolores.
Let's see.
Snake's name is Emma.
Anathema.
Thimble?
Damn! 20 damage.
Nice.
10 plus 10.
Damn, Dolores.
Damn! Alright, yeah, she sticks her sword into the same soft flesh that you had exposed, and she sort of just, like, runs it around, just like stirring a cauldron or something, but it's just flesh and blood. And that is it for tonight. Thanks for sticking with us for the extra 15 minutes, Ian. But yeah, we'll see if we can end this just chaotic mess of combat going on in here. This is probably the biggest fight you guys have been involved in. So
I was about to say there's about to be a lot of XP after this.
oh yeah, for sure. I haven't even
between the trial and
I haven't
this
even
battle.
Just to be found guilty.
I haven't even given you the XP for the Manticore upstairs yet.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, the Manticore, the Yuan-Ti upstairs. These Yuan-Ti, their whole trial, they'll get XP for. It'll be good.
Yeah, you guys will have some fun. And the XP for the trial is, I mean, it's not a secret, but I am just gonna give you a 1 whole level for the trial. So you suffered through all that, you'll get 1, and then all the XP for the other. I would assume you'll have enough to get 2 levels after all this has concluded.
Yeah,
So
what's the order of this? 'Cause
it's not gonna happen right now. You'll get your 2 levels right before the Hangman's Noose drops. So.
That's what I was about to say. Like, yeah, we're gonna level up 2 times just to die. So,
Hey, Detective
Convince-
Beast looking real bulky over there.
Convince more people to watch the video and comment on it, and you sway the blind jury. I can't imagine that if you succeed and kill the Yuan-Ti, that the blind jury won't be grateful for that, or it won't be taken into consideration in some way, shape, or form.
or we could just tuck tail and leave and forget about all this shit, guys. I'm just
You
throwing
could.
that out.
You could.
Like-
Then the next.
All right, gentlemen, I'll see you next week.
All right, Ian. See ya.
dude.
See you guys.
If you decide to leave Nicanthes, it'll be improv for a while for me to catch up, but improv sessions are fun too. So,
I mean, I'm just saying.
hey, the choice is you guys's. Don't ever feel bad. I can easily shift a lot of what I had going on in this city to a different city. If you think this is, but you may be surprised how things turn out. There's been a weird. I didn't even plan on all of this to occur, so this happened out of a side mission, a side jaunt, but it's definitely.
And Tony has done nothing but play with his dick the entire time. The same that Billy would hold him accountable for.
What do you think a man with one arm and 2 peg legs is going to do in this instance?
He could die. That's what he could do.
I would like to point out he's been standing there next to an archer the entire time. Has he not been taking any damage?
He's been under the table. He's completely under the table. I know it doesn't look like that.
Bitch.
So that's
like
all.
Bitch.
Crawl under the table. The archers up at the top. Want to shoot at it?
You guys got to use your imagination a little bit, okay? I can't describe what every single character in the room is doing, or we'd be here all night. Like you know.
Wait, hold on, Christian. Can you describe what that guy over there on the far right?
I'm happy to do it when you guys ask me
shirt.
to. Like I like talking about Purveyor Pate gaining a new stutter. I do like that, but you know, I'm not gonna focus on. I'm not gonna tell you the backstory of every guard. I feel like I already get too in detail about what some Yuan-Ti had for lunch, and when you cut open their stomach, it spills on the floor. So,
oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, let me know if I'm being unfair there or not. But
no, I do like the little bit of like what are the people doing when they see the Kuatoa, like literally just slip and sliding inside of a dead snake, and then
yeah, that's the flavor text. That's the fun stuff.
Like I would picture that becomes a new pastime of the Kuatoa is get snake's blood as a slip and slide, and then.
They're going to. Most of you will probably have enough nice Yuan-Ti snakeskins to adorn yourselves with some, maybe snakeskin boots or a handbag.
Oh.
Who knows? I don't know if that's taboo or not.
No,
cutting the flesh
it
off
is
of
not.
some creatures considered to be sentient and using them as ornamental is it's a bit dark. But
Christian, if Billy didn't have his one-on-one with Helm. And he had defeated the Chiron, Billy was going to wear the head of the Chiron.
Oh yeah, no, I fully not surprised.
Everywhere that he went.
All right, guys, say goodbye to the stream.
Goodbye to the stream.